This time, Uzumaki should be about to start his action. It is difficult for the audience to express the inner tension at this time in words. They are very curious about what kind of method the other party will use to rule the entire ninja world. Orochimaru's proposal is really what Uzumaki Naruto wants. Now he really needs more information to choose his next plan. And the reason why I showed my hand in front of Orochimaru just now was to take the opportunity to hit them. By the way, pull them into your subordinates. People like Orochimaru are still very useful. Orochimaru. I wonder why Tsunade continues to return to Konoha village as 5th Hokage since she left Konoha village for so long. The current Konoha village is a mess. Uzumaki Naruto speaks surprisingly. How could Orochimaru not know that the current Konoha village is a mess? This kind of words can be understood if it comes from ninjas in other villages. But when it came out of Uzumaki Naruto's mouth, the taste changed. However, as smart as Orochimaru, he didn't ask too much, but smiled. Mr. Naruto, maybe you are still young and don't understand the temptation of power. No matter how dilapidated Konoha village is, as long as the village's ninjas and secret arts family are still there, no matter how big the complaints of the Fire Country daimyo are, it is impossible to give up on Konoha. The rest is just the construction of the village. As long as there is money, this thing can be completed soon. So the position of Hokage is still very tempting. See, Naruto is silent, because there is a whisper in his heart. He couldn't figure out what Uzumaki Naruto in front of him wanted to do. Are you defecting from Konoha, or are you interested in Konoha's Hokage? Orochimaru's eyes moved slightly. In this situation, he could only continue to speak boldly. The long ninja career told him that there is absolutely nothing wrong with continuing to talk, but he must choose the key points. Such as Shimura Danzo, a high-rise in Konoha village. This time is the competition between him and Tsunade, for the sake of Hokage, even 293 in me, the traitorous contact, will not hesitate. Some time ago, Danzo sent me a letter, hoping that I can send someone to kill Tsunade. Of course, I refuse. But based on what I know about Danzo, that guy will definitely not let it go. Perhaps because of his rash shot, Tsunade's temper broke out, so he followed Jiraiya back to Konoha village. After Orochimaru finished speaking, Yakushi Kabuto's voice came one after another. Yes, Master Orochimaru is right. I got information from other places. Tsunade did encounter a lot of sneak attacks by ninjas on the short book street. But most of the opponents are wandering ninjas hired from the outside in the black market. Wandering ninja? Uzumaki Naruto couldn't help thinking of Momochi Zabuza and Shiro in his mind. These two people call it rebellious ninja in a good way, but in a bad way they are actually wandering ninjas without organization. At least they are not quite the same as Orochimaru, who is a self-contained person. Yeah. I basically understand. Now I plan to go back to Konoha village, and we will contact you in the rest of the time. By the way, Orochimaru, I need you to do a few things for me. Find my compatriot Uzumaki, and place her in your hands. That child is quite special, and his physique can help others recover chakra quickly. But Naruto changed the subject. But if she doesn't want to, none of you can force her. Also, help me to investigate the whereabouts of Tiakataudi Zabuzan Harry, a traitor from Qianyuanian village. When you find it, you will have a chance to notify me. Senseless. Orochimaru and the others stood there in a daze, and after a while, they said, "Oh, got it, I will definitely help you." Longevity. The content on the screen completely subverted the audience's perception of Orochimaru and his geninists. What is Uzumaki Koronaru doing? He's setting up missions for Orochimaru and his men. According to what Himing had arranged, Ben, ACBB, was recruiting ninjas. And they are all ninjas with good strength and special abilities. Mainly because Orochimaru agreed so easily, there was no rebuttal at all. Orochimaru. Hehe, I knew that I would definitely choose to stand with Naruto-kun in that world. Jiraiya. Shimura Danzo. Bah. The Orochimaru of the Black Naruto world is really spineless. Kurochimaru didn't even axe, he betrayed me. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Danzo, I didn't expect that you have today. Tsunade. Danzo, I still envy you very much. I must have been blinded by anger to return to Konoha village to succeed Hokage. Senju Tobarama. Tsunade, how can you say such despondent words? Naruto. Are you trying to win over Orochimaru now? Nine Tails acts suspiciously. Naruto shakes his finger. Win? This word is not used well, I am just giving them a chance to choose. And Orochimaru is not a fool, he knows how to do it. Uzumaki Naruto looked up at one of the five who looked weak to the point of dying. Ahem. Kimimaro couldn't help coughing dryly, and a pool of bloody phlegm coughed out from his mouth. Sorry. Kimimaro felt extremely embarrassed. At the critical moment, he did not hold back the impact of the injury. There was a commotion while Naruto was chatting with Orochimaru. Your vitality is about to run out. Naruto asks. Yes. Sorry, I can't continue to serve Master Orochimaru. Kimimaro bowed his head apologetically. Yeah, not bad, Orochimaru. Don't look at you rebelliously killing your own teacher. Your subordinates are a group of very loyal guys. Uzumaki Naruto smiled and walked towards Kimimaro. By the way, Orochimaru. About Uchiha Sasuke, I kindly advise you that you want to occupy his body with your strong skills. I thought the possibility of success was almost zero. Indra. No matter how bad it is, the Indra chakra in Sasuke's body is not something that ordinary people can get casually. Even if you occupy his body, you may not be able to adapt to the use of Sharingan. Also, the evolution of Sharingan. Uzumaki Naruto came to Kimimaro's side while walking, and put his hand on Kimimaro's shoulder naturally. Yang power is different from the yin and yang attributes of ordinary ninja chakra attributes. The former can inject vitality into the opponent to ensure the continuation of the vitality of his body. This shot really boosted Junma Chuan's energy a lot. He could feel that his lost vitality recovered a lot immediately. Okay, I should go back to Konoha village now. Don't forget the rest. I will come back to you when the time comes. After speaking, Uzumaki Naruto jumped and flew in the direction of Konoha village. Fly. That guy actually flew up? Light or heavy rock technique? Everyone froze in place immediately. Master Orochimaru, I feel. The body is much better than before. Kimimaro said excitedly. In this way, I can serve Lord Orochimaru again. However, this scene shocked Orochimaru even more. Kimimaro's blood-inherited disease has been studied for a long time, but he can only watch his life come to an end step by step. What exactly did Uzumaki Naruto do? Just slapping Kimimaro a few times to restore his vitality to such an extent? Impossible. Uzumaki Naruto's operation completely subverted Orochimaru's long-standing cognition. After an unknown period of time, because I was slightly relieved from the shock. After hearing Kimimaro's loyal exclamation, he shook his head helplessly and said, the wind in the ninja world may be about to undergo a drastic change. From now on, in front of Mr. Naruto, don't serve me every single word. And if he asks you to do something, you must do it well. Nani? The content Orochimaru said exploded in the minds of several people like a thunderbolt. Doesn't this mean that they changed directions and became Uzumaki Naruto's subordinates? Master Orochimaru? Yukushi Kabuto was about to speak, but Orochimaru immediately stopped him. Don't talk about you, even I will do things for him. Orochimaru's mentality is different from that of his subordinates. He is well aware that after his own experiments, Uzumaki Naruto has become an incredible character. And look at the courage of the other party to come to me for cooperation with the sealed book. What the other party cares about is not something worth mentioning like Konoha village. Uzumaki Naruto will definitely set off a storm that will completely change the ninja world in the future. If you don't rush up with the wind now, if it is too late, you will only be completely destroyed by this gust of wind. Orochimaru doesn't want to leave his favorite ninja world early before his ideal is realized. Isn't it Sharingan? It's not unacceptable for me to change to another blood successor. Is this how the so-called strong are treated? Beiming world. The ninjas were in an uproar. Uzumaki didn't give Orochimaru any face at all. Especially when comparing the other party with Kimimaro, to put it bluntly, Hyeming is completely tuning into Orochimaru. But what about the opponent's performance? The atmosphere did not dare to breathe too much. And honestly, I have to warn my subordinates to always pay attention to Uzumaki Hyeming in the future. As Hyeming said, the other party is a smart person. And Orochimaru, who is Sanin, is much more knowledgeable. And a battle of wits among the top brass of Konoha village. Of course, Orochimaru knew better than the group of ninjas from the non-regular ninja village. Standing well, chickens and dogs rise to heaven. If the station is not good, waiting for their end will be quite miserable. Onoki. Kuro Naruto has returned to Konoha village. Terumi Mei. Is he going to attack Tsunade? Fourth Raikage. I don't think it should be that fast, and if he destroys Konoha village again with a strong force, people will lose their minds. Namikaze Minato. The kid Naruto mentioned to Nine Tails just now, he agrees with Kaguya's idea of integrating the mainland, but he doesn't agree with Kaguya's complete force deterrence. Pamphlet Street. Tsunade stood up straight up in panic. What will be the next step for Uzumaki to return to Konoha village? If he wanted to control Konoha, he would definitely attack his fifth Hokage. At that time, what kind of terrifying thing is he facing? Shizune, what kind of methods do you think this Black Naruto will use against me? Will he imprison me in a place that no one knows, torture me mentally and physically, and force me to return the position of Hokage to him? After Shizune heard this, the image of Tsunade covered in welts couldn't help appearing in his mind. Afterwards, she hurriedly shook her head and laughed. Impossible, Master Tsunade. After all, you are the fifth Hokage of Konoha village in the world of Black Naruto. And right now Konoha village is at a critical time. With a tight workload, you must deal with ninjas from various departments every day. It's good that you have time to rest. If you lose it, everyone in Konoha village will definitely get the news as soon as possible. With Hymen's IQ, he will definitely not do anything to expose his whereabouts. Tsunade was relieved by Shizune's persuasion. What you said makes sense. Since Hymen wants to control people's hearts, he won't do such unprofessional things. Tsunade let out a long breath, just sat down, suddenly felt that something was wrong. Wrong. He has learned wood style now, and the clone of wood style lasts longer than the normal shadow clone. He could have used the wood style clone to take over my identity. It's over. Even if he kills me by then, no one will know. Konoha village. Call. A strong wind howls past. Gongza Tai and Shenue Izumo, who were on duty at the gate, froze for a moment. Looking up, the two meet each other. What a strong wind. Could it be said that the sky is going to change? It shouldn't be. I think the weather today is very good. Afterwards, the two sighed, and one of them said, since the Chunin exam, the village has been really nervous lately. It's okay. Master Tsunade is back now. I think it will be better in the future. And the strong wind just now was Naruto's high-speed movement in order to deceive people. Back to Konoha. Naruto, why don't you go through the back door? Nine Tails asked with a smile. That's right, go through the back door next time. Uzumaki Naruto smiled jokingly. As a ninja, he should take an unusual path. Back to the long-lost room. Shadow Clone turned into white smoke and disappeared immediately after seeing Uzumaki Naruto come back. In an instant, all the information about Shadow Clone in this month flooded into Uzumaki Naruto's mind. For Naruto, this month can be described as extremely peaceful. The high rises of Konoha village trembled due to the appearance of Uchiha Itachi and Hoshigaki Kisame. Of course, they are not worried about how strong these two people are, but they are worried about any mistakes of Uzumaki Naruto, who is a Jinchuriki. Simply, don't let him go out casually. Occasionally, Haruno Sakura and Yamanaka Ino would come to visit, but Shadow Clone refused them because they were unwell. Even Jiraiya was rejected. Well, this month has been fairly peaceful. Next, it's time for me to meet one of the so-called Sannin, the strongest medical ninja. Uzumaki Naruto clenches his fist. Llama. I really hope she can arrange some tasks for me, especially individual tasks, so that I can master the abilities of Rinnegan and Wood style as soon as possible. Uzumaki Naruto is well aware of the importance of using power in real battles. Only by practicing more and using more in reality, can you play the best historical experience. Audience. Uzumaki Hymen is simply a cultivating maniac, and now he can stand at the top of the ninja world, and he is still working so hard. I'm not afraid that others are more talented than you, but I'm afraid that people who are more talented than you will be lucky and work harder than you. However, everyone was also puzzled. Hei Ming returned to Konoha village. Shouldn't he start to control Konoha? Nine Tails froze. After a while, he suddenly opened his mouth and said, Naruto, with your current strength and my chakra's support, we can fight from the east to the west of the ninja world with our eyes closed and cut melons and vegetables without any problems. You. Also, isn't your Konoha control plan going ahead? Nine Tails' words immediately made Uzumaki Naruto downcast. Hey. I said Llama, since the unblocking, I found that your fox head is getting worse day by day. Leave aside the threat of future Otsutsuki for now, and just talk about Uchiha Madara mentioned by Sage of Six Paths. Uchiha Madara? Uchiha Madara. The audience reaction in Beiming World is the same as that of Nine Tails in Hyming's screen. For a while, I couldn't figure it out, and I didn't know what was in Uzumaki's black gourd. First, Sage of Six Paths said that Uchiha Madara pulled out his chakra and possessed Rinnegan. And that guy brought out the Gedo statue summoning of chakra from the moon, as if to revive 10 Tails. Now, who is collecting tailed beasts? Facing Uzumaki Naruto's question, Nine Tails suddenly realized. You mean the Akatsuki organization? Yes. Naruto nodded and said. The Akatsuki organization only has a few people. What do they collect tailed beasts for? I guess it must be to revive 10 tails. I don't know what they want to do when they resurrect 10 tails. They want to use the terrifying power of 10 tails to rule the ninja world. Still unblocking his mother, Otsutsuki Kaguya, as Sage of Six Paths said. Combined with what you said back then that Uchiha Madara once controlled you and attacked Konoha village with pupil art. So, I guess the masked man who controlled 9 tails when I was born is Uchiha Madara, who has activated Rinnegan. Open Rinnegan for decades. We don't know how powerful it is now, so it's better to be careful when doing things. Uzumaki Kuroning's speculation surprised everyone from ear to ear. Although the identities of the final guesses are somewhat biased, it does not prevent him from guessing Uchiha Madara's plan very closely. Of course, Hyman didn't know the existence of Black Zetsu, otherwise, he might be able to speculate more accurately. Onoki. Even if this kid has acquired such a powerful force, does he still maintain a clear mind? Terumi may. But even if it is inferred based on age, Himing should not infer Obito's identity as Uchiha Madara. Orochimaru. He, don't forget that Naruto-kun learned from me that some ninjutsu can keep people alive, such as me. Jiraiya. That's true. If you look at it all together, it's not too much to say that the masked man who should be Bao Zebo's ugly face is called Uchiha Madara. Hitaki Kakashi. And Obito has been bluffing under the title of Madara. Uchiha Obito. Kakashi, do you think Koronaru can always regard me as Uchiha Madara, and then I directly reversed and revealed my identity as Obito? Maybe he won't think that I attacked Konoha and killed Mr. and Mrs. Minato. Hitaki Kakashi. Nohara Lin. Obito, why are you so scared? Hitaki Kakashi. Obito, if you have the ability, you can study whether you can talk to you in the black world, and then tell him what you want in your heart. Tsunade. Stop it, you said that if he asks me to arrange things for him, I'm going to be nice to him, and then will Kuromaki think that grandma is from the Uzumaki family, and treat me less? Uzumaki Kushina. Sister Tsunade, you can't. Jiraiya. Ha ha ha. This is the first time I've seen Tsunade look like this. People are like this. They are not afraid of death, but they are afraid of being remembered. After all, I don't know what cruel means the other party will use to deal with me. Of course, I want to use your temper character. It is impossible to be friendly to Himing. Tsunade. That's not necessarily the case. That kid has a sweet mouth since he was born, and I like people with a sweet mouth. Nine Tails pondered for a while, agreed. You are right, we don't need to be so anxious, so what are you going to do next? It's simple. Naruto said to himself. My plan will involve a lot of things. If the plan goes smoothly according to my idea, we can save a lot of trouble. First of all, Konoha village is now unstable due to the previous war. The new 5th Hokage Tsunade is the reassurance. For the time being, we can't let the dog hit him hard yet. And even if you seize power, you can't take it from her. After all, she is the granddaughter of 1st Hokage, the legendary Sannin. Uzumaki Naruto has already thought of everything. For this kind of character, it is very irrational to be tough. Llama. You may be exposed to the dark side of the human heart. For the villagers of Konoha village, I have vented my anger back then. The little thoughts of the people of Konoha village are things that cannot be put on the table for people's hearts. The most frightening thing about the human heart is not greed or ignorance, but the most frightening thing is wisdom. Even if you are so powerful, you are still sealed under human means? Nine Tails nodded in agreement upon hearing this. However, it can't understand what Naruto is saying at all. Anyway, it doesn't understand many things. After following Naruto for so many years, it has learned a lot about pretending to understand. What you said makes sense, so what are you going to do? Let's give Tsunade a chance to breathe for the time being, and put our identities on the surface. I, Uzumaki Naruto, a Konoha village ninja. Then when the time is right, drag Tsunade into the water. Uzumaki Naruto's face gradually became slightly gloomy. Llama. It stands to reason that after the death of 3rd generation, Shimura Danzo, as a high-level executive at the same time as Sarutobi Hiruzen, should succeed Hokage without any problems. But even with his identity, he lost to Tsunade. It can be seen that Tsunade is the heart of Konoha village. If we step on her to take the stage, there will be a lot of troubles. Once they pissed me off, I might really give Konoha village a run for their money, but that would just make Uchiha Madara behind. So let's let Tsunade sit still first, and then bring some troubles to Konoha village. Once there is a problem with Tsunade, I think Danzo will definitely not let it go. He will make a big fuss about Tsunade's downfall, and then succeed Hokage himself. When Danzo takes the stage, everything will be easy to handle. Danzo? Nine Tails is confused. Isn't that old thing still in touch with Orochimaru? Exactly, that's why the old thing is not clean at all. Then we can expose his old background in front of the villagers of Konoha village. We think that Konoha village will be on the stage as a cancer eradication, but the effect will be different. Beiming world. People are stupid. Uzumaki Black Ming's plan can be described as really poisonous. The entire Konoha village was once again firmly in his hands. And, there is nothing wrong with what he said. If he appeared in front of everyone with the identity of knowing the cancer of Konoha village, everyone would definitely have a huge change in his attitude. Hero of Konoha village. Future of Konoha village. Savior of Konoha village. No one can imagine that all this is planned by the hero himself behind the scenes. Uzumaki, black name, relied on his own hands to raise his worth to such a high position. All this is based on Tsunade and Danzo, two unlucky guys. Onoki. So Kuromaki still has to attack Tsunade, but on the bright side, Shimura Danzo will take the blame. 0. Asking for flowers. Terumi Mei. This is really tragic. Who would have thought that a boy who looks sunny and handsome has such terrible methods in his heart? Uchiha Madara. Huh. Hashi is hot. Did you hear that? If the old man's name didn't suppress Himing, he might have let go and wiped out Konoha long ago. Senju Tobarama. Madara. Don't put gold on your face. Himing just speculated on your plan. Even without you, I think he would do the same. Shimura Danzo. Uzumaki is too evil. He is the darkest and most terrifying existence in the ninja world, damn it. Tsunade. Come on, it's not because you are not clean at all. If you are not clean at all, he must not find a plan to deal with you. It's all because of people like you. If it exists, it will bring me bad luck. Pamphlet Street. Tsunade can't wait to greet the 18 generations of Shimura Danzo's ancestors. Damn Danzo, if it wasn't because Himing wanted to step on him, I wouldn't be so unlucky. Shizune. How do you think that company will drag me down and put Danzo on stage? While Tsunade was angry, he was inevitably a little nervous. It is really unacceptable to watch yourself being abused. Shizune was in a trance. Master Tsunade, even you don't know what method the other party will use, how can I guess it? Of course I used the identity of Myanmar to confuse and seduce this group of people. Uzumaki Naruto said himself. The next second, a wooden golem split out from his body, and the trapped man quickly turned into his own appearance. I've felt it. Wood Styles Wood Clone, compared with the ability of Shadow Clone, has a huge improvement in various attributes. And no matter how you look at it from any angle, it's hard to see through that he is a clone. 0. I will ask Wood Clone to drag Tsunade into the water as a face numb, and then encourage Shimura Danzo to compete for Hokage. Having said this, Uzumaki Naruto let out a long breath. Exposing a little helplessness. Llama, everything is like the power given to me by the Sage of Six Paths. There are yin and yang, and women are different. When there is sunshine, there must be darkness. But these two kinds of power are now under my control, light and darkness, I will naturally be in my own hands. The numb face is my dark side, awesome. Nine Tails was dumbfounded. It never imagined that Naruto in front of him could comprehend such a profound truth from the power given by Sage of Six Paths. In this way, Uzumaki Naruto can completely switch back and forth between yin and yang, or maintain two simultaneous states. Naruto, your method is really great. Myanmar acts in the dark, can give people great fear and shock, and you yourself are the light that warms them. As time goes by, they can only bask in your sunshine. Once they lose you, they will eventually live in the darkness of fear. There are indeed a few people in Beiming world who have already guessed this method when they first appeared in front of the bed. There are also those high-ranking ninja village executives. Each of them knows that where there is sunshine, there must be darkness. Like Sarutobi Hiruzen and Shimura Danzo. However, light and darkness are scattered in the hands of two people, and there will be mistakes when they cooperate. And Uzumaki Black Ming is to play this rule to perfection. As Nine Tails said, no one wants to live in the dark. Even Shimura Danzo, known as Shinobu, is desperately trying to climb from the darkness to the light. Fear. The people in Beiming world couldn't help but be shocked by Himing's thoughts. What an awe-inspiring means. When people get used to Uzumaki's sunny existence, they are even more afraid to lose each other. They will slowly fall until they completely obey the words of Uzumaki Kuraning. There are more important. Uzumaki Naruto's eyes suddenly became fierce. Currently Uchiha Madara hides her head and reveals her tail and cannot be tracked down. Myanmar can naturally use his banner to force him to show up. I not only want to make a mess of Konoha, but also use the name of Uchiha Madara to swagger and make a mess of the ninja world. At that time, that guy will face the search and arrest of the entire ninja world. I don't believe he won't come out. Since he dared to kill my parents, he must pay a heavy price. Hiss. Everyone gasped. F*K. Not only Tsunade and Shimura Danzo, this time, all villages in the ninja world will suffer because of Uchiha Obito's behavior. Terumi Mei. We broke free from Obito's hand just now, and because of him, is it possible that we will encounter Haiming's deputy again? Onoki. Uchiha Obito is really the culprit in the ninja world. Uchiha Madara. Wait a minute. I found out that none of the things I wanted to do were done, and the two of them finished it, and I will be blamed for the bad reputation. I am a dignified Uchiha Madara, and I have become a blame man. Down. By Ming's world. Uzumaki Beiming was distraught. He didn't know if the so-called method of Haiming world was feasible. But it was clear that the other party had a deep grudge against Uchiha Obito, the chief culprit of the Nine Tails Rebellion. This kind of resentment has even surpassed Uchiha Sasuke's genocide. In Beiming's world, Uzumaki knew that he finally forgave Uchiha Obito, and with Obito's help, they were able to defeat Otsutsuki Kaguya in Class 7. After Uchiha Sasuke listened to the Sengoku time and Uchiha Madara's experience told by first Hokage, Sasuke chose to guard the Konoha village that Uchiha Itachi wanted to guard. Uzumaki Black Ming obviously does not eat this set. Even knowing that there will be an invasion by the Otsutsuki clan in the future, Uzumaki Koronaru does not intend to forgive them. The peace in the ninja world is peaceful, but these people have to pay the price for it, and look at Hyeming with fierce eyes that are rarely shown. Perhaps in his heart, the death of these people could hardly eliminate the hatred in his heart. Uzumaki Naruto finished telling Nine Tails his plan, and slowly closed his eyes. Now he is no longer worried about anyone who dares to spy on his life. No matter how stupid the senior management of Konoha village is, it is impossible to send Anbu around him to monitor as before. But just as Naruto closed his eyes, there was a knock on the door. Naruto-kun. Are you at home? Outside the door, Hyuga Hinata asked with a blushing face. In fact, in her heart, she certainly knows that Uzumaki Naruto is at home. I heard from Haruno Sakura and Yamanaka Ino that Uzumaki Naruto seems to be in poor health recently, and he doesn't want others to disturb him. It's a pity that Hyuga Hinata still came. The door opens. Uzumaki Naruto appears in front of Hyuga Hinata. It's Hinata. What's the matter? Uzumaki Naruto laughs. I didn't expect that since he came back, the first person to look for him would be Hyuga Hinata. Up to now, Tsunade has not sent anyone. I didn't even go to say hello to her. This woman's fiery temper is probably fake. That. I heard that you have been sick recently, so I specially prepared a lunchbox for you. After speaking, Hyuga Hinata's shy eyes flickered so that she didn't dare to look directly at Naruto, who had encouraged her. I can only raise my hands high and present the bento in front of Uzumaki Naruto. Thank you, Hinata. You are such a good girl. Uzumaki Naruto was not polite at all, and immediately chose to open the bento after taking it from his hand. I soaked the nutrient solution in Orochimaru for a month, and I haven't eaten serious food for a long time. The moment he opened the bento, Naruto yelled, "Wow, it's really rich, and the combination of ingredients makes people very appetizing." Naruto said in surprise, "Hinata will definitely be a good wife and mother in the future." The words reached Hinata's ears like thunder. Naruto actually praised himself as a good wife. Could it be that? As long as Naruto-kun likes it. Hyuga Hinata's coy look made Uzumaki Naruto amused. In such a cruel ninja world, his contemporaries are actually a good group of people. At least in Naruto's eyes, the relationship between these people and himself is not as bad as imagined. Naruto, the girl from the Hyuga family is fine. I think you can develop a relationship with her first. With your current bloodline strength, plus the supercilious eyes of the Hyuga clan, the future children of the two of you will definitely be the same. At this moment, Nine Tails joined in the fun. I suddenly have a very mature suggestion. Nine Tails imitated Naruto's previous terminology, opened her paws excitedly, and said excitedly, "Naruto. Let's build a country. When the time comes, you will be a great name, and you can marry many, many wives. With your physique, you will have endless children and grandchildren." The new Uzumaki clan will be the most powerful clan on this continent. No, even the master. How about it, isn't my plan cool? And this little girl likes you very much at first glance, so let's start with her first. Nine-Tails' proposal almost made Naruto choke while eating. However, he didn't deny the other party's proposal. It's really cool. Well, it sounds like a very good suggestion. But I didn't expect you to be so curious about this kind of thing. Uzumaki Naruto looked at Nine-Tails with a strange expression. The big fox actually has the talent to be a matchmaker? This world is truly amazing. By the way, Hinata. Uzumaki Naruto looks at Hinata. Aren't you busy recently? Seeing that Naruto swept away his bento, Hinata was very satisfied, and said happily, "It's okay, the task is quite heavy recently." That. Hyuga Hinata rubbed her little hands. In fact, she really wanted to let Naruto know her feelings. She also prepared lunch for Naruto during her busy schedule and came to see him. However, at this moment, the voice of Yanjaya came from below. "Hinata, are you done with your deliveries? It's time to assemble." Shua. The next second, Inuzuka Ya jumped and came to the door of Uzumaki Naruto. "Yo. Naruto. How is it, have you been feeling better recently?" Inuzuka Fang looked at the empty lunchbox in Naruto's hand, with a little amusement on his face. "I never thought that you, a great hero, would be sick at such a critical moment. But it's really good to be a hero. When you are sick, there are special people who will make special lunches and deliver them in person under such hard circumstances. You boy, it's really a blessing to come back. But unfortunately, our 8th class is going to leave." Set off. Uzumaki Naruto startled. "Where are you going?" "Execute the mission. Recently, the heads of the busy people have grown. The village suffered the last accident, and now the number of ninjas is far from enough. We are about to spin. I don't have time to rest after finishing the task, and sometimes I even have to receive new tasks halfway, and I can't even come back to Konoha village." Inuzuka Tooth complained. "Get well soon, if you are thinking about it, the efficiency of performing tasks will be greatly increased." Inuzuka Hana. "I don't know if my stupid brother is stupid or lucky. He seems to have a good relationship with Naruto." Inuzuka Tooth. "Hey, sister, don't say that. Okay, our relationship with Hyeming during the same period has never been very bad." Haruno Sakura. "It's true, Uzumaki is actually not much different from Bai Ming, especially in terms of how he treats his companions." Yamanaka Ino. "The difference lies in the attitude of the companions. Bai Ming will accommodate, but Hyeming will not, but Nine-Tails' suggestion seems a bit crazy." Uzumaki Kushina. "I have to do the math for that child of Kuromaki. For example, he had 4 beauties in the same period. 4 seems not enough." Namikaze Minato. "Kushina, what are you talking about? Haha, 4 is a lot." Jiraiya. "I heard what Nine-Tails meant, that kid Hyeming can't just pick a wife if he chooses." Orochimaru. "HMPH. Of course you can't choose randomly. That is the ethnic group that will rule the mainland in the future. Father is like a god, and mother is an unknown person." Tsunade. "Orochimaru, you've passed Mingbuki." Before Hinata leaves, when Uzumaki Naruto returned the bento box to her, he grabbed her hand. This made Hinata blush, and at the same time, like last time, a powerful chakra surged into her body. "Pay attention to safety on the road. I wish you all the best in the mission of the 8th class." Naruto waves to the two. Hyuga Hinata is excitedly ramming the deer. This feeling is right. It feels the same as when he defeated Neji last time, but stronger in strength. This time, there must be no problem. In an instant, the blushing Hinata suddenly became confident. She feels that as long as there is Naruto's encouragement, no matter how difficult things are, there is no problem. After the two leave, another figure appears near Naruto. "Naruto, Lord 5th Hokage is looking for you." Uzumaki Naruto glances at Anbu, who is approaching. A purple-haired Anbu ninja who was once arranged by Sarutobi Hiruzen to monitor him. This woman actually survived that war. Naruto was a little surprised, stunned. Shouldn't Anbu ninjas deal with difficult problems? This woman is either superior to others, or she was lazy at the beginning and didn't know where to hide in the chaos, so she escaped unharmed. Azuki Shion. Azuki Shion. Screw his bullshit. My mother was almost blown to death by his shadow clone. How dare he say such a thing? Anko. Shion is calm. Uzumaki Kushina. Okay. Shi Yan has something special, so she should be the 5th one. Konoha village office. Uzumaki Naruto looks up and down at Tsunade in front of him. It's true that she doesn't look like she's in her 50s, she looks like she's in her 20s or 30s, but compared to a woman in her 20s or 30s. Tsunade exudes the kind of mature temperament that these women don't have. Are you Uzumaki Naruto? Not bad, in terms of appearance and temperament alone, it is not inferior to 4th Hokage. Tsunade also looked up and down at Uzumaki Naruto in front of him. Secretly exclaimed. Is this the son of Kushina mentioned by Jiraiya? At such a young age, he actually mastered the magic of immortality and the form change of Rasengan wind attribute chakra within 1 month, and even reconciled with the 9 tails in his body to become the perfect 9 tails Jinchuriki. Tsunade doesn't believe it in his heart, but Jiraiya really doesn't need to lie to her. Naruto, are you feeling better? Haruno Sakura, Uchiha Sasuke, Hitaki Kakashi. The members of the 7th class are all gathered here. Yes, there is no problem at all now. Naruto smiled at the 3 of them. Ah. You and Mr. Kakashi are also discharged from the hospital. Yeah. Thanks to 5th Hokage-sama, Kakashi laughed. However, Uchiha Sasuke's complexion is not very good, it feels much gloomy than before. It seems that this kid was provoked by his brother last time, 9 tails reminded. Naruto nodded slightly. The next second, Tsunade's loud voice reached everyone's ears. Flower. There is a very important task here, and you need to complete it as soon as possible. Moreover, it must be absolutely safe. Tsunade opens his mouth quietly. The general situation of the mission is to act as a guard for a well-known movie star in the Kingdom of Fire. Naruto heard this, with a slightly strange expression. When is this, and you still have the mood to send someone to protect the movie? 5th Hokage is probably out of his mind to go clubbing. Cut. After hearing this, Uchiha Sasuke became even more serious. The current him doesn't have any mood to perform the so-called mission at all, he just wants to practice, become stronger, and seek revenge from Itachi. However, Sasuke's impatience did not escape Uzumaki Naruto's eyes. However, the current Naruto is not the same as the original Naruto. It is better than the Uchiha clan being exterminated in Konoha village overnight. If there is no secret in it, he would not believe it if he was killed. Looks like it's time to get some more information from Orochimaru about the top management of Konoha village. Thinking of Shimura Danzo who still has contact with Orochimaru, Naruto thinks that there must be many dark secrets between the two. It seems to have seen through Sasuke and Naruto's disdainful attitude towards the task. Tsunade said sharply, don't underestimate this mission. According to the information we have, the true identity of the star of the Fire Country, Fujikaze Gakue, is the fugitive princess of the Snow Country. The mission of your 7th squad is to get her back to the Snow Country safely, and find a way to help her regain control of the Snow Country. In order to ensure the smooth success of the mission, I have used your 7th class. After all, you are also aware of the current situation in Konoha village. We need to maintain a more friendly relationship with the rulers of other countries. Hateful. Tsunade is upset. 9 Tails Kid and Uchiha's kid, they are disobedient at first glance. I was really cheated by Jiraiya, saying that now that Uzumaki Naruto is in the position, Konoha is not as difficult as imagined. If he knew that this kid was so disobedient, Tsunade would never come back and take over this mess just to get angry with Danzo. However, what Tsunade didn't expect was that right after she explained the importance of the task, Uzumaki Naruto's eyes lit up, he patted his chest and said, Master Hokage, don't worry. Let me do this mission alone. Kakashi-sensei and Sasuke and Haruno Sakura, they can do some other things while staying in Konoha village. Especially Sasuke and little Sakura, they have great potential, and they can also take advantage of this 5.4 opportunity to practice well. There is no need to waste time on this kind of task. Runaway Princess of Snow Country. Naruto understood the meaning immediately after hearing it. If there is no rebellion in Snow Country, does she need to run away as a princess? This is simply putting fat in your mouth. For this task, it is best to act alone. By the way, take down Snow Country according to the situation. Naruto. As soon as he heard that he didn't need to waste time, Sasuke's expression improved a lot. You can practice again. Uzumaki Naruto. Boom. Tsunade jumped at the case. Don't be kidding, it involves a country's issue, you. However, facing Tsunade angrily getting up, a cold light flashed in Uzumaki Naruto's eyes. It is precisely because of the problems of a country that he has to act alone. Hokage-sama, if you don't trust me with my ability, even if you send Mr. Kakashi to give him Kurenai Yuhi and Asuma, it won't solve it. After all, I am the perfect nine-tails Jinchuriki of Konoha village. The audience has also come into contact with the matter of the Snow Country in Bai Ming's story. Snow Country's secret treasure floor heating generator, colorful ice wall, Naruto's colorful Rasengan. The title of the strongest ninja in the ninja world bestowed by Princess Fengyun. But Hei Ming is not her fan. Jiraiya. I remember Bai Ming is a fan of Fuji Fushui's drawing of Fengyun Princess. Fenghua Xiaoyuki will be filming my book next time, haha. Onoki. It's over, the quality of the country has led wolves into the house. Terumi Mei. Is Haimaru going to take down the Snow Country first? That's right, after all, the ruler of the Snow Country is the queen, so it's easy to decide. Tsunade. It's over, the me in the other world was hovering on the verge of death as soon as I came up. Uzumaki Kushina. What a good boy, he has a big appetite, dare to hit the queen's attention. Snow Country. The audience of Baiming World knows that although this country cannot be compared with the 5 major countries, but compared to many small countries, Snow Country is definitely a top-notch existence, because their country has the power of its own armed system. Shui Ren. There are even 1 or 2 masters among these ninjas. Hitaki Kakashi. The Snow Country has really fallen into the arms of Hyeming. Might Guy. How do you say, Kakashi? Hitaki Kakashi fell silent. Recalling my ninja career in Anbu. The Snow Country rebellion happened many years ago. The younger brother of His Royal Highness Fenghua Zhaoshui, Fenghua Nutao, and a group of Zuiren launched a war against the Snow Country. The group of samurai under Fenghua Zhaoshui are not the opponents who are full of snow ninja. And the person who rescued the young Fenghua Zhaoshui was Hitaki Kakashi in Anbu. Unfortunately, the original Hitaki Kakashi was not the opponent of Snow Ninja Avalanche. Hitaki Kakashi. Well, fortunately, now, I have surpassed Spike Avalanche. Might Guy. Rock Lee, Ms. Guy, Mr. Kakashi means. Senju Tobarama. If Hyeming really wins the Land of Snow, he can use it as his base to expand his power outwards. Secondly, the method of dealing with the 5 major countries is naturally different from that of dealing with small countries. Those small countries just follow the wind. If a small country like the country with its own armed forces supports Hyeming, many small countries will follow suit. In the ninja world, except for the 5 major countries, there are countless small countries in the ninja world. For example, the country of vegetables, the country of birds, the country of stones, the country of teeth, the country of claws, the country of ghosts, the country of swamps, etc. There are too many to count. This small country is very similar to the country of wave. Except for sporadic samurai, there is no ninja armed system of its own. What they rely on for their fame is the protection of them by the ninjas of the 5 major countries. Orochimaru. It's much more convenient to let them surrender on their own initiative than to conquer them one by one. Besides, Naruto-kun has no spare time. 4th Raikage. This black name is really a good trick. If he really wins Konoha and forms his own faction, he can also use the help of these small countries to stabilize his position. Terumi Mei. Okay. The world of Kuro Naruto is really terrible. Now I'm worried about what will happen to our Kirigakure. Tsunade focuses on safety and does not agree with Uzumaki Naruto to go alone. 03. Master Tsunade, I don't think it would be a big problem for Naruto to go alone. Seeing that the 2 men are at war with each other, and they are not willing to give in. Kakashi hastened to be a nice guy. And, he gave Tsunade and Naruto a detailed account of his experience in Anbu. For Naruto, who has mastered the power of 9 tails and learned the art of immortality in Mount Myoboku summoning, the group of men who are in trouble are really impossible to be Naruto's opponents. It's even several grades worse. As long as Naruto stays with Snow Princess, there will be no problems. Hitaki Kakashi said with a smile. This time, it's also a good time to cultivate Naruto's ability to judge when performing tasks alone. After all. Kakashi hesitated to speak, but Tsunade naturally understood what he meant. Uzumaki Naruto is the Jinchuriki of Konoha village. There are countless places to rely on him in the future. Now it is very necessary to start cultivating his various abilities. Okay, since Kakashi said so, let's make a decision like this. I'll go and explain the situation to the client. After Tsunade's description, the client was overjoyed. I didn't expect that Konoha village would send such a powerful ninja to help out. Of course, Tsunade would not say that Naruto is the 9 tails Jinchuriki of Konoha village. Just tell the other party, don't look at this guy's young age, he can definitely do things with confidence. Soon, Uzumaki Naruto and the client Santaifu embarked on a mission journey. On the way, Santaifu explained the situation to Naruto in detail. The most difficult thing to do now is how to trick His Highness Xiaoshui onto the boat. The third husband sighs. After all, she doesn't know that I used to be his father's old department. I actually know that she doesn't want to go back to the land of snow. But, the people of Snow Country need her. Uzumaki Naruto heard the words, Japan is a bit more serious. But I thought to myself that Mrs. Santai is really old and stubborn. A woman like Hua Xiaoshui, who has no power to restrain a chicken, dares to face the wind, flowers and raging waves. Taking her back to the country by force is no different from sending her to death. However, facing the depression of the third wife, Naruto smiled. Uncle, don't worry, and don't lie. If you coax the whole crew to go together, it will be very troublesome to act at that time. Naturally, the less people involved in this kind of thing, the better. Naruto thought for a while, and suddenly remembered the information given by the doctor. Did you just say that you got information about the wind and flowers and raging waves from the old comrades in the Snow Country? That guy has been obsessed with finding the secret treasure of the Snow Country for the past few years. What is that? The third husband heard the sound, but did not speak. Seeing this, Naruto coughed lightly. Uncle, it's not a situation where you trust me or don't trust me. The main purpose of our trip this time is to help Fenghua Xiaoshui restore the country. If you have concealed it, when there is trouble, everyone will die. I believe it doesn't matter if you die. If His Highness Xiaoshui dies, how can you be worthy of his dead father, your master? As expected of the brainwashing master Uzumaki Ming. This guy probably has his eyes on the secret treasure of the Snow Country. But the reason is so high-sounding. Of course, if he knew the secret treasure of the Snow Country, Ming would probably be disappointed. Why? Speaking of this, I feel sad too. That's why I took His Royal Highness Xiaoshui back to gamble. Ru Dao has been crazy enough to search for the so-called secret treasure in the Snow Country all these years. I finally found the instrument under the colorful ice wall. The key to centrally unlock the instrument crystal is on His Royal Highness Xiaozong. The wind, flowers and raging waves have now shifted their target to His Royal Highness Xiaoshui. Actually, even if we don't go back, the storm will come to us. So uncle, do you know what the secret treasure is? Uzumaki Naruto asked with a smile. Where is there any secret treasure? It's just His Royal Highness Xiaoshui's wish to see spring. As a father, His Royal Highness Xiaoshui spent a lot of money to build a large geothermal generator under the colorful ice wall. As long as the snow in the Snow Country melts, spring will come. Uzumaki Naruto, cut. I was really excited for nothing. After a few seconds of embarrassment, Naruto smiled and said, okay, I understand the situation. Don't worry, uncle, I swear by my personality that I will definitely help you solve the turmoil and successfully help His Highness Xiaoshui regain the land of snow. Looking at Uzumaki Naruto's full confidence, Santaifu also inexplicably became confident. But in the next second, he lost his strength again. If we don't coax the director team, how can we coax His Highness Xiaoshui into the boat and go to the land of snow? Boom. Santaifu was taken aback, and looked at Uzumaki Naruto who was patted on his chest. Don't worry, I will leave everything to you. So, when the two saw Fenghua Xiaoshui, Santaifu followed Uzumaki Naruto's instructions and called Fenghua Xiaoshui out alone. In the next second, Naruto's hand goes up and down. Fenghua Xiaoshui passed out immediately. Santaifu, silent. Your Excellency Naruto, this. Uncle, what are you waiting for? Hurry up and take His Highness Xiaoshui on board, we are going to the land of snow. Speechless. Absolutely speechless. The audience in Beiming World was stunned on the spot. Is this how Uzumaki blacked Naruto? I was almost impatient when I didn't see the third husband. Onoki. Should I directly kill the princess? Terumi Mei. As expected of Ming, if we were, we would never dare to be so rude. Haruno Sakura. I remember that on our side, Kakashi-sensei used Sharingan to make His Highness Koyuki fall asleep. Yamanaka Ino. Ming started directly, which is too direct. Inuzuka Kiba. Ah, but as Kuromaki said, this method is effective and direct. The audience remembered that Bai Ming's 7th squad had to spend a lot of effort to carry out this task. Fenghua Xiaoshui began to escape alone in order not to go to the Snow Country. Uzumaki Beiming, who didn't know the truth, chased the other party for his signature before going to Snow Country, and chased him several times after he went to prevent the other party from escaping. Look at He Ming, whoever you are, just knock him out and take him away. On board. In the room, Feng Hua Xiaoshui wakes up leisurely. The shaking of the cabin made her feel a little dizzy. Santafu, bring me some water, she said habitually. The next moment, Feng Hua Xiaoshui's beautiful eyes suddenly tightened. This room is not a room she is familiar with. How is this going? Feeling strange, Feng Hua Xiaoshui got up suddenly, and happened to see Uzumaki Naruto sitting by the bed and San Taifu standing behind him. San Taifu, what's going on? Facing Feng Hua Xiaoshui's questioning, the third wife immediately knelt down. His Royal Highness Xiaoshui, subordinate. Santafu doesn't know how to explain to Feng Hua Xiaoshui in front of him. In the end, it was Uzumaki Naruto who spoke and told the shocked Feng Hua Xiaoshui the whole story. Nonsense. Crazy. Mistress, I think you are crazy. Feng Hua Xiaoshui didn't get angry, and she was obviously doing well in front of her. This old man had nothing to do and insisted on dragging herself to the snow country. It's a pity that she has already boarded the ship and has no other way out. Who is the other party? That's a raging storm. It's no different from courting death when we go. And Feng Hua Xiaoshui glances at Uzumaki Naruto. Looking at it for a long time, said angrily, "This is what you call the ninja who helped us. Except for the long spirit point, I can't see where it is a strong endurance. You. Hey. It's over." Feng Hua Xiaoshui sits on the bed in despair. Now that we have embarked on a journey to the land of snow. Currently in this vast sea, if you want to run, you can't run. I can only wait until the ship docks, and then think of a solution. However, her thoughts did not escape the eyes of Uzumaki Naruto. Naruto said indifferently, "Even if the boat docks, we can run, but you can't. After all, the purpose of Fenghua Yutao is to find you and take the key to open the treasure. Also, as the daughter of Feng Hua Xiaoshui, you are the only official heir of the snow country. If I were in a storm, I would definitely make you disappear from this world completely, lest you lead ninjas from other countries to restore the country when the time comes. This is the rule of the ninja world. Rules unique to daimyo. As long as the name is orthodox, there will be a ninja village willing to help. Actually, it's all for their own interests." Uzumaki Naruto's words immediately made Feng Hua Xiaoshui tremble with fright. "I thought I had escaped and ascended to heaven, but after the other party's description, Ohua Xiaoshui's memory was brought back to the scene of escaping from the snow country. That night, my family's castle was burning with raging fire. A silver-haired masked ninja escaped from the snow country alone with himself. 10 years have passed, and it seems that Fenghua Yutao has not given up on chasing him. Then how do we do it?" Feng Hua Xiaoshui said weakly, "Now, I am bound by you to go to the snow country. Santafu, you wouldn't have betrayed to Nutao long ago, take me to 880 to receive the reward." The third grandpa heard the sound, her legs went limp in fright, and hurriedly knelt down again. "Your Highness, how is that possible?" "Old man, I have already summoned all the old departments of His Royal Highness Xiaoshui, and we will wait for His Royal Highness to return to the land of snow. Let's help Her Highness Princess take back the country that belongs to Her Highness." However, the words of the third husband did not make Feng Hua Xiaoshui burn with hope. Her eyes became more indifferent than before. "That's right, after all, I haven't defeated New Dao before. Now that a few old guys get together, what can they do?" At this time, Uzumaki Naruto's words startled Feng Hua Xiaoshui. The ninja in front of me who looks a few years younger than him seems to be able to read his inner thoughts. "You. Can read minds." Feng Hua Xiaoshui finally flashed a hint of curiosity in her eyes. Unfortunately, Uzumaki Naruto shook his head. "Of course not, but the idea of Snow Princess is that a normal person would think so." Hearing this, Feng Hua Xiaoshui panicked even more. "So we are going back to the land of snow, it's no different from going to die." However, Uzumaki Naruto said at this time, "Of course it's different, because this time I will follow you back, and the people who will die will only be Feng Hua Nu Dao and his subordinates." Boom. Uzumaki Naruto's confident speech instantly blew up Feng Hua Xiaoshui's mind. After being stunned for a long time, she suddenly burst out laughing. "Ha ha ha. I'm dying of laughter. Do you guys dream too much of being a hero?" It's just that Naruto kept smiling in the face of Feng Hua Xiaoshui's rudeness. He's been waiting for this moment. "His Royal Highness Xiaoshui, let's make a deal. If I help you take back the snow country, I won't make any other excessive demands. You just need to promise me that when I find you with something, you can help me unconditionally." As expected, Uzumaki has already begun to carry out his plan. According to everyone's understanding of him, Uzumaki Black Ming will do 2 sets of plans when he starts to act. One set is a plan made according to the situation he is very sure of. For example, at this time, he knew very well that he could kill Fenghua Nutao, so he made this request to Fenghua Xiaoshui. In another way, he will follow the ever-changing situation on the scene before making a decision. Under this kind of double insurance, Uzumaki Himing is absolutely impossible to lose money. But no matter how you look at it, even if Snow Country returns to Fenghua Xiaoshui, she will manage it as a daughter, with the condition of agreeing to Uzumaki Himing. Her dominance over Snow Country is no longer in her hands. Terumi Mei. It's over. Another unlucky guy. Tsunade. Indeed. Haruno Sakura. I can't say that. If Fenghua Xiaoshui and Orochimaru stand on the same team, I don't think she will be miserable. Yamanaka Ino. Wide forehead. Do you think anyone can be like Orochimaru? How much has Orochimaru experienced? How much has Fenghua Xiaoshui experienced? Fenghua Xiaoshui has been laughing. Maybe, this is the funniest thing she has ever heard. So she agreed. No problem, if you can really let me regain the land of snow. Don't promise you one thing, I'll listen to what you say then. Anyway, you took back the land of snow. The matter has reached a point where there is no room for redemption. Fenghua Xiaoshui is completely messed up. Little snow princess. Unfortunately, the third wife is anxious. He clearly felt Fenghua Xiaoshui's despair, and just wanted to continue talking about a series of benevolence and righteousness, but was stopped by Uzumaki Naruto. San Taifu, this is actually all your fault. Perhaps it is best for you to let little snow princess continue to be her star. Until the wind, flowers and raging waves come to your door. At least when the wind and flowers and raging waves came to her, she was at least happy during this time. Forcing her to face an enemy she can't fight against will only make her very distressed. Naruto's words made Fenghua Xiaoshui startled. She immediately withdrew her contemptuous attitude just now. At least in her heart, the ninja who is a few years younger than her knows her better than the third husband. Seeing this scene, Uzumaki Beiming felt a little ashamed. This scene is very similar to the inexplicable confidence he gave her when he faced Hinata and Neji's duel. Bai Ming remembers in the story between himself and Fenghua Xiaoshui. He angrily scolded Fenghua Xiaoshui who had escaped. Tell the other party emotionally that Snow Country is her home and she should not escape. However, he ignored the other party's fear of the wind, flowers and raging waves. Because of the raging waves, Fenghua Xiaoshui lost her beloved father and lost everything. And she also lost the third husband who thought of her and wanted to help her regain the Snow Country. What Fenghua Xiaoshui said was right. It was because of this impulsiveness that the third husband and all his father's old minions were sacrificed. Those people are all living beings. Uzumaki was confused. He didn't know whether it was right or wrong to encourage others to do things that he couldn't do. Your Excellency Naruto, Santa Fu completely collapsed. He didn't expect that Uzumaki Naruto didn't stand by his side to persuade Fenghua Xiaoshui for him. It seems to have seen through the helpless mood of the third husband. Uzumaki Naruto beckons him to be quiet. Uncle, how many times have I told you, you two just watch quietly. Uzumaki Naruto smiles. Just now, he suddenly noticed a chakra flying over their height. If you think right, it should be that the people in the wind and flowers and raging waves have discovered their whereabouts into the Snow Country. Thinking about it, the other party will greet them on the shore. Little Snow Princess, I heard from the third doctor that your father spent a huge amount of money to build a geothermal generator for the Snow Country in order to allow you to see the spring. And the key to unlock it is with you. Hearing this, Fenghua Xiaoshui was stunned. Spring? Geothermal generator? What are those things? Looking at Fenghua Xiaoshui's confused and shocked expression, Naruto was slightly taken aback. In an instant, it seemed that the other party didn't know anything about what her father had done for her. It seems that Princess Xiaoshui still doesn't know what His Royal Highness Xiaoshui has done for her. Naruto smiles and looks at San Taifu. Hey! San Taifu sighed. Because the geothermal generator was not yet completed, Nutao rebelled. After His Royal Highness Xiaoshui was killed, all follow-up processes were put on hold. It turned out to be like this. Uzumaki Naruto's envious expression did not escape Fenghua Xiaoshui's observation. She didn't even expect that her father would make so much sacrifice for her ideals behind her back. For a while, Fenghua Xiaoshui was in a mess. Father, she suddenly remembered the conversation she had with her father. As long as you don't give up and always believe in your dreams, then dreams will come true. Fenghua Xiaoshui finally understood the meaning of this sentence. Her dream, her father has been helping her realize it. Why doesn't she want to take back the land of snow that belongs to her and to her father? However, I am powerless. However, just like my father is helping me realize my dream, then the Uzumaki Naruto mouth in front of me. I am a person who especially hates people who attack their relatives. And in order to achieve my ambition, I took the initiative to attack my relatives. So, when I knew who Fenghua Nu Dao was, he was already dead in my heart. Uzumaki Naruto said with a blank face. However, it was his appearance that surprised Fenghua Xiaoshui and Santaifu. Uzumaki Naruto looks serious, but he has a strong feeling. The audience in the world of Beiming is quite familiar with Uzumaki's temper. He really disdains, even loathes, those who attack his family. Otherwise, he would not have cared so much for his fellow Uzumaki clan, Korin. In this regard, people in the world of Beiming recognized Haiming very much. I just sensed someone flying over our heads. If I think it's right, it should be Nu Dao's subordinates. Little Snow Princess, if you trust me, give me the key to open the geothermal generator. I don't think wind, flower and raging waves don't know that the geothermal generator was built by your father to fulfill your dream. He has searched so hard for several years. I think this secret treasure should be regarded as money or something else. Uzumaki Naruto smiles. I'll just go ashore with the key in a while, and you'll just wait at sea. When I solve the storm, the third prince can take Princess Xiaoshui's old part to welcome the return of the official successor of the Snow Kingdom. What? Fenghua Xiaoshui and Santaifu were even more stunned when they heard this. Your Excellency Naruto, are you going to face the storm alone? Santa Fu suddenly stood up. That's too dangerous, at least let the old man bring His Highness Xiaoshui's old department to help you. However, Uzumaki Naruto shook his head and signaled. No, maybe you don't like to hear such words, but the fact is that you have gone without any help except to drag me back. 1. This third madam is surrounded. As a samurai, he really knows the gap between himself and many powerful ninjas. But it is hard to accept that what he said is worthless. Alright, I know. Since you can wait on the boat, it's better than going ashore to die. Finally, Fenghua Xiaoshui took off the hexagonal key from her neck and handed it to Uzumaki Naruto. This was given to me by my father, and I always carry it with me, and it is the only thing I have from the Snow Kingdom. The key should be this one. At the signal of Uzumaki Naruto, the ship breaks down on the sea and stops. Uzumaki Naruto left a wood-style clone, quietly guarding the boat. And he himself, holding the hexagonal crystal, stepped on the sea to Iceland not far away. Here, it has already entered the territory of Snow Country. The island is covered with thick white snow. Santaifu, you said Naruto, Your Excellency. Is it really possible to defeat the wind, flowers and raging waves? Looking at Uzumaki Naruto's leaving back, Fenghua Xiaoshui suddenly felt nervous. The third husband sighed. I don't know, but Hokage of Konoha village said that if he can't solve it, then the whole Konoha village can't help us. It is true. At this moment, Fenghua Xiaoshui was dumbfounded. She never thought that a ninja who was smaller than herself could make Hokage of Konoha village say such words. It's simply incredible. Just set foot on the land of glaciers in the Snow Country. Uzumaki Naruto directly showed the hexagonal crystal in his hand, and said with a smile, there's no need to hide. Your low-end hiding method may be able to escape the ninja's eyes, but it cannot escape the perception. Hurry up and come out to see me. The thing in my hand is the secret treasure key that Fenghua Nu Dao wants. Uzumaki Naruto just finished speaking. I saw 3 men in armor appearing from the snow not far away, and the forehead protectors on their foreheads were exactly the ones from Zurin village. 2 men and a woman, standing on the glacier, looking arrogantly at Uzumaki Naruto below. Oh. Is there only one kid? The leader, Yuzhibo, was suspicious for a moment, looking at the boat facing the sea. On the deck, it was Fenghua Xiaoshui and Santaifu. Head. I think Her Highness Xiaoshui knew she was invincible, so she sent the ninja she hired to surrender. It's really interesting to be a ninja with sentience. Facing the 2 subordinates of Yuzhibo, Uzumaki Naruto didn't hear what they were saying at all, and said to Yuzhibo, Are you a storm? If it is, then I will take your life. However, Yuzhibo was startled when he heard the words wind and rage. He didn't dare to claim it, and hurriedly said, Lord Nutao doesn't have time to come here. All we need is for us to take the hexagonal crystal and little Snow Princess away. Spike Shebang finished speaking, and immediately tilted his head towards his strong subordinate Tushong. Got it. Head. I'll bring the hexagonal crystal right now. Winter Bear picks up the skis in his hand, slides down the glacier cliff, and rushes towards Uzumaki Naruto rapidly. So it's not the wind and flowers and raging waves. That's boring. Seeing that the speed of the Winter Bear is getting faster and faster, Uzumaki Naruto raised his arm. The moment Dong Shang approached him and wanted to reach out for the hexagonal crystal, Uzumaki Naruto threw his fist suddenly. Wow. Winter Bear's fat body slammed into the glacier he just slid down at a speed invisible to the naked eye. This scene immediately frightened everyone present. Can't help but Wolf Fang Zubing and the rest of his subordinate Feiyan. Even the third husband and Fenghua Xiaoshui on the boat were so shocked that they kept their eyes fixed on the glacier world. 3 husbands. Yes. The subordinate is here. Just now. Ah. This subordinate is old and dim-sighted. I saw His Excellency Naruto punching the other party. The other party seemed to have crashed into the glacier. Now. None came out. Spike Avalanche also has the same doubts. What's wrong with Winter Bear? Why hasn't it come out yet? He has a new type of chakra armor, so it is impossible to be harmed by physical skills. However, at this time, Uzumaki Naruto said loudly, "Don't wait, he is already dead. I'm giving you a chance to live now. Go back and tell Fenghua Nu Dao that I'm waiting for him here. If you want a hexagonal crystal, come here before dark. I don't have the patience to wait here until dark." What? Dead? Fenghua Xiaoshui and San Taifu almost popped their eyes. The appearance of that person was that of Nu Dao's capable general, and he was killed by Uzumaki Naruto with one punch. The two don't believe it. This kind of thing is too outrageous, and it is completely unbelievable. However, at this moment, the flying swallow on the shore uttered a terrified voice. Head. Dong Shang him. He is indeed out of breath, and all the chakra armor on his body has been shattered. Impossible. This turned out to be true. Fenghua Xiaoshui's legs go limp in shock, and she almost falls on the deck. Onoki. Tisk tisk tisk. I feel that things are getting worse. Terumi Mei. I understand. Uzumaki Black Name is deliberately trying to let Fenghua Xiaoshui see her own fear, so that she can better grasp it in the future. Fourth Raikage. I guess if the storm comes, the scene will explode even more. Orochimaru. What do you know? It's your luck that you can see the scene of the explosion. Let me tell you, if I am in front of Mr. Naruto at this time, I will give him advice directly. Using the technique to control Fenghua Xiaoshui, the entire snow country was captured immediately. Tsunade. Cut. Orochimaru, you seem to have underestimated your idol. If he wanted to use it, he would have used it long ago. Hyeming is arrogant, and he doesn't even bother with this method. Yamanaka Ino. Is he going to conquer these people with his charisma? Tiantian. Wow. Don't say it. Hey Ming, like this is really cool. Spike Avalanche felt that the situation was not right, so he retreated immediately. Naruto didn't pursue. What he wanted was for the other party to report. It didn't take long for Fenghua Yutao to appear. I heard that the hexagonal crystal is on your body, is that right, brat? Kill the Winter Bear to death with one punch? Fenghua Nu Dao doesn't believe it at all. He even suspects that Wolf Fang Shui Bang is teasing him. If you want to take it, come here obediently. Uzumaki Naruto shook the hexagonal crystal in his hand a few times. Nu Dao frowned, and snorted coldly. What a damn guy, do you know how precious this key is? Obtained. This is the key to unlocking the secret treasure of the Feng Shui clan. With it, I will definitely be able to conquer the 5 great nations. This sentence made Naruto interesting. It turns out that there are other people in the ninja world who have the same idea as me. Sorry, if there is a reason to kill you, I think I have finally found it. Your ideal and my ideal are a bit in conflict, raging wave. Facing such an arrogant brat, Fenghua Tao was immediately furious. Tearing off his clothes, the chakra armor he was wearing was actually different from the other 3. I think it is a newer type of chakra armor. Black Dragon Blizzard, raging waves gather strength, and the accumulated chakra immediately turns into a frost black dragon. Roar. The roar of the black dragon frightens Fenghua Xiaoshui and San Taifu on the boat so that they dare not look directly at the battlefield. The black dragon has a bloody mouth, and it will swallow Naruto in one bite. But at this moment, ripples appeared all over Uzumaki Naruto's body. A kind of energy layer like a protective shield was lifted from his body, and the black dragon hit it, and it was completely absorbed by this protective shield. Nani? Impossible, this is. Fenghua Raging Wave and Spike Avalanche have never seen such a situation. Did that kid absorb my chakra? What did he do? But at this moment, when they saw Naruto again, they found that the original azure blue eyes of the other party had turned into a pair of corrugated eyes. What is this? The wind, flowers and raging waves are startled. Unfortunately, Uzumaki Naruto didn't care about the other party's surprise at all. This kind of place is just for him to experience the current situation of Rinnegan. Can absorb ninjutsu. Naruto mutters to himself, next. The next second, his eyes suddenly widened. A terrifying chakra Wia instantly enveloped the entire glacier island. Boom. With a loud noise, the entire island exploded on the spot. Bang. Bai Ming's world. The big screen for watching movies is completely blank. That is the ice and snow fog formed by the explosion of the glacier island. Surprised, Uzumaki glared, and the people in Bai Ming world immediately fell into shock and panic. What the hell did that black guy do? Island, what happened to the glacier island at the border of snow country? Could it be that the huge Iceland was stirred and exploded by him, Uzumaki? Unbelievable, this phenomenon is completely beyond everyone's imagination. The shock that Black Naruto brought to everyone was no less than that of Uchiha Madara, who destroyed the Ninja Alliance's Tengai Shinsei. Akatsuki. Several well-known S-class rebels took a breath. What the F*K is this Rinnegan? Are you sure it's not Deidara's clay bomb? Deidara. Hey, Chief, what's going on here? Pain. I'm not sure, maybe Uzumaki used Rinnegan's Shinra sky sign. Kakuzu. Shenra Tianjung. Could it be that Rinnegan's abilities are the same? I remember that Rinnegan shouldn't be the ultimate of Sharingan evolution? Dark room. Nagato blankly recollected what Himing did just now, and he didn't know exactly what happened. At this time, the discussion group was also very lively. Senju Hashirama. Madara, what the hell did Koronaru do? Tsunade. Grandpa, that guy Koronaru must have used the same ninjutsu that Pain used back then, Shinra Tenji. Uchiha Madara. Shinra and Universal Pull are Rinnegan's basic abilities. Simply put, they are the ability to control gravity and repulsion. But I don't think what Kurenai used just now looks like Shinra. Nagato. I don't feel like it either. Jiraiya. Then what exactly did he do? It wouldn't be a real stare, and Iceland would be blown up. Although this island is not as big as imagined, it will be blown up with a stare. It belongs to the letter. At this time, on the screen, the gray mist of ice and snow gradually dissipated. In the distance, there are terrified cries for help from the ship shaking back and forth with the waves. Then, several vines sprang out from the sea, steadily controlling the speed of the boat. Fenghua Xiaoshui and San Taifu carefully looked at the place where Uzumaki Naruto was. Looking at this, the two suddenly almost popped their eyeballs. The small glacier island that was blocked in front of them just now was blown to pieces in the explosion just now. Except for Uzumaki Naruto standing on the sea, there is still no trace of Fenghua Nu Dao and others. Your Highness, take a look. Santa Fu was terrified and pointed to the distance, and there was something that looked like a corpse floating on his face. The two of them took a closer look and covered their mouths in fright. Aren't those 3793 exactly the Fenghua Nu Dao and his two subordinates who just appeared? Is this the coercion that Rinnegan can unleash? There is such a terrifying destructiveness. Uzumaki Naruto glanced around with a calm expression on his face. Hiss. Rinnegan's coercion. As soon as these words came out, everyone in Bai Ming world was shocked and remained silent. It just used Chakra's coercion, intending to blow up the small island of Shuichuan. What the heck? Looking at the appearance of the wind and flowers and raging waves lying on the sea, it seemed that they were affected and died on the spot. Jiraiya. Nagato, is your Rinnegan capable of exerting such coercion? Nagato. No. When I use Rinnegan, I can't cast this chakra coercion. Uchiha Madara. What the hell, is this one of Uzumaki's unique pupil techniques? Tsunade. Couldn't this be Kuroken's own chakra burst? Senju Tobarama. Judging from the meaning of Kuro Ming's words, it seems that it is not the outbreak of chakra, but the coercion of chakra exerted by Rinnegan's pupil technique. Uchiha Fugaku. Rinnegan is the ultimate evolution of Sharingan, and Sharingan's pupil art is born according to the soul of the caster, Black name him. What on earth is it? Everyone was stunned at the beginning, and had never heard of, let alone seen this kind of pupil technique. This, impossible, where the hell is? At this moment, an extremely weak voice came into Uzumaki Naruto's mind. Naruto was suspicious and looked at the person lying on the sea not far away. It is the Spike Avalanche who is about to die. Not far from him is the corpse of a female ninja, seemingly lifeless. Who is talking here? Could it be Lu Dao's men? Uzumaki Naruto is dumbfounded. After all, Spike Avalanche lying on the sea did not open his mouth, and of course he did not have the strength to open his mouth at this time. No. My ideal. Secret treasure. If you open the secret treasure, I will rule the 5 kingdoms. Another voice came into Uzumaki Naruto's mind. This phenomenon suddenly made Uzumaki Naruto break out in a cold sweat. This voice is wind and flowers and raging waves? Uzumaki Naruto glanced at Fenghua Futao lying on the sea surface dying. The other party is still thinking about the secret treasure. Hehe, how sad. Uzumaki Naruto said mockingly. However, Naruto has no interest or time to tell the dying opponent the truth about the secret treasure of the snow country to the ants like wind and flowers. Although on the surface it is possible to kill someone, it is a pity that the identity of the other party is really unworthy. Nowadays, Naruto wants to know more about things to do. I saw him lift his hand casually, and the sea surface at the place where the wolf-tooth avalanche violently churned a few times. Then, the body of Spike Avalanche flew towards Uzumaki Naruto automatically. Snapped. There is a soft sound. Uzumaki Naruto grabbed Spike Avalanche's neck with one hand. Good and strong, horrible, he. The weak voice breaks into Naruto's mind again. This time, Uzumaki Naruto was completely stunned. Because the wolf-tooth avalanche didn't make any sound, the current opponent is almost dying. Impossible. Can it be said that I can hear what the other person is thinking? What a strange thing this is. Uzumaki Naruto himself was taken aback, and by the way activated the power of Yang to renew the life of Spike Avalanche. By the way, continue to try to listen to what the other person is thinking. Is he actually saving me? Wait, I seem to feel better. Impossible, he actually knows such terrible medical ninjutsu. No, this is not medical ninjutsu. How can there be such a powerful medical ninjutsu in the world? I just felt like I was going to die. Sure enough, Uzumaki Naruto splits directly. In Rinnegan's state, he seems to be able to really hear what the other party is thinking. I rely on. By Ming World, the audience stared at everything in front of them in amazement. Fenghua Xiaoshui turned into the Prophecy Emperor. But Uzumaki clearly told the other party that he doesn't know how to use mind reading at all. Uchiha Madara. Could it be? Impossible. What a strange pupil power. Uchiha Fugaku. Ancestor, do you think it is Haimaru who often ponders people's hearts, so that directly gave him the power to read people's hearts? Namikaze Minato. This pupil art is so strange, it's not illusion, it's not ninjutsu. Well, is mind reading a ninjutsu? Yamanaka Ino. Master 4th Hokage. Mind reading skills are actually not surprising. After all, the mystic skills of our Yamanaka family can directly enter other people's bodies. Namikaze Minato. Having said that, Uchiha Madara, don't be ridiculous. How can Yamanaka's secret art compare with Haiming's art? He can detect people's thoughts under normal circumstances. Don't you think this kind of thing is very scary? Terumi Mei. That is to say, in front of him, as long as he is willing to spy, no one will have any secrets to speak of. Onoki. Secrets are small things, the key lies in fighting with them, understand? 4th Raikage. That's right, all your thoughts in the battle were heard by Haiming, and you still talked about how to defeat him? Hitaki Kakashi. The battle of our ninjas is also a process of collecting intelligence and analyzing each other's abilities. This. Orochimaru. He. What are you worried about? To be honest, do you think Naruto-kun will listen to your plan during the battle with your own abilities? Oh no, unless Naruto-kun wants to kill people, I will play with you. Plop. As soon as Uzumaki Naruto let go, Spike Avalanche was thrown back into the sea. After struggling a few times, Spike Avalanche emerged from the seawater. I saw Uzumaki Naruto who was resting his chin in meditation in front of him. He immediately half-kneeled in front of Naruto, with his head down, not daring to breathe, and not daring to look up at him. At this time, the sea of spiritual consciousness. Uzumaki Naruto greets Nine Tails, Lama. Come and help me do an experiment. Ah. Nine Tails sat up from the ground boredly. What experiment? Uzumaki Naruto didn't speak, and used Rinnegan to look at Nine Tails. Chakra released from the pupil force locks Nine Tails. You are thinking about something silently in your heart now, I guess what you are thinking about. Nine Tails. What happened to Naruto? Brain broken? Didn't it blow up a small island? Was it stimulated? Look. Just this power makes him so excited. What a thrill, now his own chakra plus my chakra support. We fly over the land of the ninja world, throwing a few ninjutsu at will can wipe out all the countries, hey. Stop. Uzumaki Naruto hurriedly waved his hand to stop. Blow up those countries and then what? You and I, one fox and one, sit on top of stacked corpses, gnawing bark and dirt. I really admire you. Nine Tails. Wait a minute, I haven't thought about it yet. Nine Tails looked at Naruto inexplicably, and was stunned for a while, as if realizing that something was wrong, then glared and said, You can actually know what I'm thinking. Nine Tails is dumbfounded. Uzumaki Naruto spread his hands together. I discovered it by accident just now. Maybe this is one of Rinnegan's abilities. After getting acquainted with it, I found that this kind of technique needs to activate Rinnegan and launch it on someone. But I didn't sense you attacking me just now. Nine Tails frowned instantly. This situation is impossible to prevent. But then, Nine Tails suddenly laughed excitedly. From now on, if you feel that someone has bad intentions towards you, you can use this thing to guard against him. This is a good way. Uzumaki Naruto rubbed his chin and pondered for a moment. It can only be said that there is no danger. Just right. I'll study Rinnegan's other abilities now. The idea falls to the ground. Uzumaki Naruto returned to reality, only to find that Langyu Zubingping had recovered from his recovery just now. At this time, the other party was trembling half kneeling in front of him. What to do with him, Naruto? Nine Tails glanced at Spike Avalanche. Is this the chakra armor Kakashi Kid said before? Looking at the shattered cloth-like chakra armor on Spike Avalanche, Nine Tails showed contempt. What a rag, I thought it was so powerful that it couldn't even withstand your coercion explosion. Audience, it's really Kurama who pretends to be a tiger. Why don't you mention the other two? Moreover, the chakra armor on Feng Hua Nu Dao is obviously better than that of Spike Avalanche. The other party burps directly. Okay. May I have your name? Uzumaki Naruto thinks about it. The Spike Avalanche in front of me is quite interesting. It didn't escape after recovering. Wolf Fang, Spike Fang Avalanche. Langyu Shebang said tremblingly. However, at this time Uzumaki Naruto has already taken back Rinnegan. Although he doesn't know why his pupil technique can hear the other party's voice, but this ability can be said to be very useful. It can prevent many key things, especially for combat and personnel management. Of course, Uzumaki Naruto doesn't need to probe into the other party's mind for the Wolf Fang Avalanche in front of him. Because his actions are already telling Uzumaki Naruto. Fear. Spike Avalanche faced Uzumaki Naruto, and was so frightened that he dared not escape. Are you Spike Avalanche? Uzumaki Naruto heard the name from Hitaki Kakashi. It seems that at the beginning, the opponent defeated Kakashi in the Anbu period. Yes. Thank you, my lord, for saving my little life just now. Spike Zubing only felt his brain buzzing. The big man in front of him has actually heard of his name? From where? Is it a good reputation or a bad reputation? Because Uzumaki Naruto doesn't like to take Konoha village's forehead protector with him when he goes out on missions, so Spike Avalanche doesn't know his identity at all. See Langyu Zubing's nervous look. Uzumaki Naruto didn't say much else. After all, if you want to truly become a leader, you must have the strength to threaten others. Things like the kind that melt the other party's heart with a friendly attitude cannot be flooded. I heard that your strength among snow ninja is considered top-notch. I think Feng Hua Futao also took a fancy to you, so they let you be the leader of Shui Ren. Facing Uzumaki Naruto's question, Wolf Fang Zubing only felt nervous as if his throat was stuck. Said with difficulty, Don't dare, don't dare. I asked you a question. Why are you so ink-stained when you answer the question? Who else is stronger than you among Shui ninja? Seeing that Uzumaki Naruto seemed a little impatient, Spike Avalanche immediately buried his head lower. It's a subordinate. No one in Snow Ninja can win a single duel against a subordinate. Uzumaki Naruto nodded in satisfaction upon hearing this. By the way, pointing to the ship not far away. Your Royal Highness, Princess Fenghua Xiaoshui is on the boat. I will return to the Snow Country in a while, and Fenghua will inherit the position of the Snow Country's daimyo. Since you are the head of Zuiren, then go back to Zuiren village and summon Zuiren together to give your daimyo a boost of prestige. Can it be done? Yes, my subordinates will absolutely guarantee your satisfaction, please rest assured. After speaking, the scene fell into silence. After a while, Uzumaki Naruto asked suspiciously, Why don't you prepare? Audience. What the hell? The spike avalanche actually scared Uzumaki Naruto out of his wits. The other party didn't tell him to go, but he didn't even dare to move. Hitaki Kakashi. Ah, unexpectedly, spike avalanches him. Yurihong. I dare not make rash comments, after all, I didn't feel Hyming's operation just now. Beiming World. Audiences are waiting in anticipation of Uzumaki, Kuromaki, and Rinnegan's other abilities. They remember the Rinnegan that Nagato has, and the abilities are terrifying. Pain's 6 paths, taken alone, is actually a terrifying existence. When the 6 paths were all concentrated on Nagato, the other party even concentrated the power of everyone. Uchiha Sasuke and Uchiha Madara, the 2 Rinnegans, seem to be except for Nagato's basic pupil skills. As the Uchiha clan, the 2 who transformed Sharingan into Ultimate seem to have their own unique pupil skills. On the sea, the 3 of Uzumaki Naruto continue to head towards the land of snow. After being blocked by Fenghua, Xiaoshui and the 3rd Doctor finally understood Tsunade's so-called Uzumaki Naruto can't solve this task. Then Konoha village will not be able to help them. However, who would have thought that Naruto immediately took advantage of Uzumaki Naruto, and even looked at the opponent's appearance, and now even Nutao's subordinates listen to Uzumaki Naruto's words. Shui ninja has nothing to do with me, they are the ninjas of your snow country. Even if you listen, you have to listen to Princess Fenghua Xiaoshui. Of course, I still hope that little snow princess can remember the bet she made with me. Uzumaki Naruto's words kept lingering in Fenghua Xiaoshui's mind. This kind of scene, and men like Uzumaki Naruto. Perhaps it can only be found in unreal movie scripts. In reality, such a man appeared, which inevitably made Fenghua Xiaoshui feel a little bit of spring. Yamanaka Ino. Liar, look quickly, Hyming is meditating on the deck, Fenghua Xiaoshui's eyes are fixed, and his eyes never leave Hyming. Haruno Sakura. It's over, fallen, the most famous star in the land of fire, the princess of the land of snow, her royal highness, must have fallen in love with Koronaru. Hitaki Kakashi. Maybe Fenghua Xiaoshui is just the strength of shock and Hyming. Jiraiya. Kakashi, you are so badass. It looks like you can't read my works at all. Women like heroes. Koronaru is now the hero of Fenghua Xiaoshui. Tsunade. Fenghua Xiaoshui is obvious in the movie. I remember her dream of becoming a star. It is impossible to be a star while governing the country of snow. Terumi Mei. So, there is a high probability that Fenghua Xiaoshui will become a puppet. The spiritual world of Uzumaki Naruto. Suddenly, Naruto opened his eyes and looked at Kurama lying on the ground. Kurama is taken aback. It feels like nothing good happened. Uzumaki Naruto stares at Kurama. Yuyu said, Lama. Can I cut off the long nails on your paws? Naruto's words immediately made Nine Tails furious. What are you talking about? Just a little, just a little. Nine Tails has no idea what the yellow hair in front of him wants to do. However, as Uzumaki Naruto's partner, Nine Tails was very cooperative and gave a little finger. Then what? Get up and go to other places. Walk for a few minutes. Nine Tails was puzzled, stood up her huge body and walked towards other places. I don't know how long it's been since I left. It then heard Naruto calling to stop itself. Alright, let's stop. And then, Nine Tails was stunned, standing motionless on the spot. The next second, Uzumaki Naruto has already come in front of it. Hey, what do you want to do? Nine Tails was extremely speechless. Llama. Don't you feel that the environment around you has changed? Uzumaki Naruto's words made Nine Tails even more confused. I lay down on the ground so well, but I have to break my nails, and I have to get up and walk around. What are you doing? Nine Tails subconsciously looked at the nail he had broken off before, but this look made him frown. The previously broken nails are actually intact. Isn't this nail already broken? Could it be that I read it wrong? However, just when Nine Tails felt that something was weird, it suddenly realized that it was not standing in the same place at this time. It is the same as before the action, lying on the ground. This is. Only then did Nine Tails realize that it wasn't that Uzumaki Naruto took any action, but that its state had returned to when Uzumaki Naruto had just opened his eyes to look at himself. All the states have returned to the previous point in time. Naruto, what's going on? Could it be that this is also caused by your pupil technique? Hearing this, Uzumaki Naruto nodded slightly. This is Hyming's move once again made everyone's eyes widen. What kind of eye surgery is this? Back in time. Nine Tails had obviously broken a nail just now, and her body movements had already moved to other spatial positions. The original movement of lying on the stomach is also standing up straight. But in the next second, it returned to the appearance lying in front of Naruto just now. Except for Nine Tails maintaining its own consciousness, all actions and physical signs have returned to the previous point in time. Uchiha Madara. Impossible. What kind of strange pupil technique is this? Senju Hashirama. Madara, this pupil technique feels inferior to your Tengai Shinsei. Uchiha Madara. Well, with Uzumaki's current strength, Tengai Shinsei's ninjutsu doesn't seem to be able to really beat him, and Rinnegan, who has the ability of attraction and repulsion, who knows if he can rely on Rinnegan in the future, the basic ability to develop other ninjutsu. Namikaze Minato. Is this time space ninjutsu? But it doesn't look like it at all. Jiraiya. No, this pupil technique of Kuraning is only linked to time, and it is pure time. Can you actually change the state of others to the state a few minutes ago? In a dark cave, Uchiha Obito went numb right away. He thought that relying on his Kamui's strength, he could do whatever he wanted. However, Uzumaki's black name is obviously a master of yin people. Uchiha Obito's mind couldn't help but think of what Koronaru did against him. If you don't pay attention, take the black pupil technique. When he used the hollow ability to move his body to the Kamui space, Uzumaki immediately activated the power of the Rinnegan pupil technique. In the next moment, Obito will unconsciously return to the state where he did not enter the Kamui space at the beginning. Taking advantage of this moment, Ming made a move. Not to mention Uzumaki, even if anyone gave Uchiha Obito a pain at this time, he would scream in pain. Even if one accidentally used too much force, he might have killed Obito on the spot. Black Zetsu patted Obito's shoulder, with a sad voice. Obito, it seems that you really have nothing to contend with. Under the doubts of Nine Tails, Uzumaki Naruto told it about the changes that he obtained the power of yin and yang by opening Rinnegan. Manipulation of gravitational repulsion, soul extraction. The absorption of pure chakra or ninjutsu based on chakra. Yin-Yang Dun can create a Yin-Yang Dun black stick that can disrupt the flow of chakra in the opponent's body. The Rinnegan coercion launched directly by Rinnegan is like an invisible shockwave. Mind reading, time travel back. And the sealing technique of Otsutsuki Kaguya that Sage of Six Paths once said. Six Paths planetary devastation. If you don't mix the power of yin and yang into it, you can also release a weakened version of planetary devastation. A truth-seeking ball that can change shape and is both offensive and defensive. At present, I have realized these things, especially this pupil technique that can be involved with time. Uzumaki Naruto's eyes darkened. I seem to be able to apply this state to myself. Nine Tails. Silent self-hypnosis. Nine Tails was stunned. Naruto paced back and forth a few times, but applying this surgery to myself, the effect is not the same as applying it to others. For example, I did an experiment with you just now. You go from state A to state B within the specified time. I will initiate the ninjutsu actively, then all your states will return from state B to state A. But if I launch it on myself, the effect will be very different. The duration of the technique is different, and an additional item should be added to the status. And, after I cast it on myself, not only can it be activated automatically, but it can also be activated automatically after reaching the maximum time. That is to say, if you cast the time backtracking technique on yourself, if you don't take the initiative to activate it, after the time reaches the critical point, the technique will automatically activate? Yes, but if I cast this pupil technique on other people, once the specified time is exceeded, I will not be able to activate it. And the pupil technique will also lose its effect, and there will be no automatic activation. But, speaking of which, Uzumaki Naruto's expression became strange. But when I want to cast this spell on myself. For example, my current state is A, and the next moment I cast a spell on myself in state B, and then I am in state C again. The technique was activated in state C, but I will not return to the state B where the technique was cast, but will go a little further to reach the state A where the technique was not cast. And the automatic activation of the technique will not be disturbed by any status. Nine Tails. Silent. After listening to Uzumaki Naruto's words, Nine Tails couldn't help nodding. Looking at Naruto, I really want to ask if the other party has used mind-reading skills on me. However, with Naruto's character, it won't be so boring, and he will definitely not use it unless necessary. So, this pupil technique sounds very powerful. Uzumaki Naruto is numb. Looking at Nine Tails, who closed his eyes slightly and kept nodding, with a serious expression, Naruto's face darkened slightly. This big fox, did he really listen to what he was saying? However, Hemming's explanation shocked the ninjas in Beiming's world. What is his ninjutsu? It feels really powerful, but when you actually imagine it, it is not as direct and as shocking as Uchiha Madara Tengai Shinsei. Or like Uchiha Sasuke's hands come and go without a trace. However, for some the master, but heard the pervert of Hemming's pupil technique. Uchiha Madara. What kind of pervert pupil technique is this? Zero Senju Hashirama. Madara, is there anything special about this pupil technique? Senju Tobarama. Brother, aside from Hemming's current strength, with this ninjutsu alone, he is already in a state of immortality under any circumstances. Uzumaki Naruto. Huh. How is it possible? I didn't figure it out at all. Namikaze Minato. Let me explain it to you, Naruto. Namikaze Minato. In the battle of our ninjas, even if Senior Madara becomes 10 Tails Jinchuriki, even if Otsutsuki Kaguya appears, in the face of the ninjas fighting with him, both sides will fight. Experiment with various moves and analyze the opponent's ability information. Namikaze Minato. Aside from Kuro Ming's mind reading, he can spend a lot of time studying the other party because of his ability to use time regression to change the state of others or himself. For example, if he risked his life to test the other party, but failed, then he would cast back time when he was injured. Even if the injury he received this time was fatal, he would die. Yes, the pupil technique will be activated automatically when the time critical point is reached, and he will return to the state before probing the other party, but the information of his probing has already been obtained. Shimura Danzo. Cut. I thought it was amazing. This ability is somewhat similar to Izanagi. Orochimaru. Master Danzo, have you forgotten that in order to cast Izanagi, you turned yourself into a ghost, all 10 Sharingan were consumed, and you cast Izanagi. Although Zanagi escaped death, the consumption of chakra and Sharingan cannot be recovered. Senju Tobarama. This is the key point. For example, when Uzumaki meets a well-matched opponent, when the chakra of both sides is almost exhausted, you will find that Uzumaki black. Ming's state suddenly returned to the time when he was not consumed. If you were this person, how would you feel? Inuzuka Teba. Kuromaki will smile and ask you, is it unexpected, surprised or not? Audience. I can't understand it at all. In the world of Beiming, the vast majority of people are not a little confused about Hemming's time regression. In the stands, Might Guy looked at Hitaki Kakashi curiously. Kakashi, you must understand. What are the seniors talking about, the one from Hemming? What does the self-hypnosis technique mean? Self-hypnosis? Hitaki Kakashi's mouth twitched in embarrassment. Why is Might Guy's attention still following Nine Tails? Kakashi mechanically looked at Might Guy. Let me tell you what is going on with Hemming's technique in the simplest and most straightforward way. Okay, you say. Might Guy immediately got serious. After all, he looked at Hitaki Kakashi's equally serious look. Even if he didn't understand, he could feel the horror of Uzumaki's black name. Ahem. Kakashi cleared his throat. That is to say, if Haimaru casts this spell on himself, he can release 8 inner gates infinitely within a certain period of time. Might Guy. 8 inner gates? Kakashi. No, I was wrong. It should be 8 inner gates formation, the so-called dead gate. Might Guy, Rock Lee, Harmon? Pure Landworld. Uchiha Madara remained calm for a long time. He couldn't imagine how powerful Uzumaki's Rinnegan pupil technique was. If my ability was not Tengai Shinsei at that time, it would not be the so-called round tomb prison. How can I be dignified Uchiha Madara by that black Zetsu kid? If this pupil technique can be used well, Kid Hemming will definitely be invincible in the world. Otsutsuki Kaguya. No matter how strange Otsutsuki Kaguya's moves are, they can't take advantage of Uzumaki's time regression. After saying that, Uchiha Madara fell into deep thought again. Regardless of any technique, there should be a way to deal with it. I just don't know how Uzumaki Black Ming's time regression can be invalidated. Perhaps only those aliens who have not yet shown their faces can compete with Hemming. The ship heading to Snow Country is about to dock. Standing on the deck, Naruto looks at a row of people dressed in white on the shore. The leader is Spike Avalanche, who was arranged by him to welcome Fenghua Xiaoshui. This trip is of great significance to Uzumaki Naruto. He found that Rinnegan's power was too strong. He must continue to try to control it in the days to come. At least it is possible to control the release force of the pupil technique at will when releasing the pupil technique. Moreover, the Snow Country is far away from the ninja continent. It also has certain strength. Once something unexpected happens, this place is very suitable for Naruto to regroup. Naruto, I've been watching this Fenghua Xiaoshui secretly looking at you. Is she interested in you? It's really impossible. Take her, and the snow country will be yours. Uzumaki Naruto sighed with his hands behind his back. Don't forget your identity. You are Nine Tails, the incarnation of chakra, not a matchmaker. 350. For Naruto, this trip also has unexpected gains. Leaving aside the bet between him and Fenghua Xiaoshui for the time being, the other party readily agreed to Naruto. If there is anything to ask her in the future, he will definitely do his best to help. Separately talk about Wolf Fang Avalanche. Uzumaki Naruto found out, that guy is a smart guy. At least, can be used, His Excellency Naruto. At this time, Fenghua Xiaoshui quietly came to the side of Naruto, who was Whirlpool. Those people on the shore are. Don't worry, little snow princess. Uzumaki Naruto showed a sunny smile. Those people are here to welcome you back to the snow country. They are all snow ninjas from the land of snow. Hearing this, Fenghua Xiaoshui pretended to be unbelievable, and exclaimed, Really? I can't believe it. You not only defeated the wind, flowers and raging waves, but also brought all the snow ninjas along with you. Uzumaki Naruto just smiled and didn't speak. Whether it's a ninja or an ordinary villager. As long as he is a person, the general situation needs to be organized. Shui Ren originally followed Fenghua Nu Dao. Now that Fenghua Nu Dao is dead, they will naturally choose to follow the most powerful Wolftooth Avalanche among them. And the other party. The boat slowly leans against the shore. The third wife is obviously a little nervous. Please, little snow princess, you can go back to your hometown now and take over everything that belongs to you. Uzumaki Naruto made a gesture of asking for a gentleman. Fenghua Xiaoshui walked in the front, Naruto and Santaifu followed each other from left to right. As soon as they got off the boat, Langya Shibang led all Shui Ren to kneel down on one knee and shouted loudly. Welcome little snow princess back to the land of snow. Welcome sir. Grown-ups. The audience in Beiming World froze for a few seconds. Is it possible that the adults in the mouth of this group of snow ninjas are Uzumaki Black? At least it will definitely not be the third husband. This scene surprised Fenghua Xiaoshui. Even if she is the most famous star in the land of fire, she still can't stand the respect of all the ninjas. Embarrassedly calling everyone to get up, Santa Fu bids farewell to Fenghua Xiaoshui excitedly. He is going to gather all the old departments of Fenghua Xiaoshui together. Discuss Fenghua Xiaoshui's coronation ceremony. Your Excellency Naruto. Nothing to do, Fenghua Xiaoshui suddenly called Uzumaki Naruto to stop. I want to go to the Rainbow Ice Wall to see the secret treasure of the snow country that my father left me. You go with me. Unfortunately, Uzumaki Naruto is not very interested in this. You are now a serious princess of the Snow Kingdom. You can order these snow ninjas to keep you safe. I think there should be no problem. Just before Naruto refused, Fenghua Xiaoshui pinched her waist with both hands, and said dissatisfiedly, Although your Excellency Naruto is the strongest ninja in the ninja world, since you have accepted the task of protecting me, I want to become the real ruler of Snow Country before, you can't leave my side. You say. Right. Fenghua Xiaoshui shows a long-lost smile. Naruto thought for a moment, then nodded. Therefore, Fenghua Xiaoshui forcibly held hands, the doctor of Rainbow Bingbi. Despicable. Play hard to get. When the audience saw this, their teeth itched with hatred. Fenghua Xiaoshui is not only the princess of the Snow Kingdom, but also the well-known star of the Huosai Kingdom, Fuji Fugakua. She looks like a little girl. If she is not interested in Uzumaki Hyeming in front of her, she would be considered a ghost. In Beiming's world, Fenghua Xiaoshui just took advantage of Beiming's coma to kiss him on the cheek and sent him a signed photo. But the appearance of Hyeming's wind and snow in the world, I'm afraid that Hyeming will eat so much that there are not even bones left. And does Uzumaki really understand girls' psychology? They didn't even believe the audience who beat Beiming World to death. Jiraiya. Playing hard to get. The more you want to manipulate the other party, the more you don't care at all. Hitaki Kakashi. Learned. Jiraiya. Kakashi, your level is still far behind, and you need to make persistent efforts. Tsunade. Come on guys, I saw that Hitaki Kakashi was still single when he left 6th Hokage. You two were completely old single models. You are here to promote the experience of chasing girls. I really lost to you. Yamanaka Ino. Hey, and the princess just opened her mouth and said that Hyeming is the strongest ninja in the ninja world. This compliment is really unbearable. Nara Shikamaru. You are the same in the Black Naruto world, don't you just open and shut Naruto every day? Yamanaka Ino. Go to hell. The secret treasure of Snow Country has been successfully opened. As San Taifu said, the so-called secret treasure is the floor heating generator. And, it is a floor heating generator that can cover the entire country. But it's not complete now. At the same time as the floor heating generator is activated, the legendary rainbow ice wall in the Snow Country really reflects rainbow-like light. The content reflected in it. It is a picture of Fenghua Xiaoshui and Fenghua Zhaoshui telling their dreams when they were young. I want to be a gentle and virtuous princess. Of course, I still have a dream, to become a star. Silent. Snow Country also because of the ground heating generator, the ice and snow in many places began to melt. Perhaps when the research on the entire instrument is mature, the country of snow will change from a country where ice and snow last 10 years to a country where spring is all year round. Fenghua Xiaoshui, after watching the impact of the colorful ice wall, everything in my heart has been relieved. She looks at Uzumaki Naruto standing in the distance. Shows a faint smile. A few days later, Fenghua Xiaoshui's inauguration ceremony officially started. The people of the land of snow are singing and dancing, and the people of Batai Tiantian are governed by Fenghua Xiaoshui in formal attire. Seeing this, Naruto in the distance couldn't help SBL*CKM Ning, and if he didn't know who it was, he thought it was a girl who got married. However, at this moment, a figure suddenly came behind him. Half kneeling down. My lord, the inauguration ceremony of Princess Xiaoshui has been arranged very well. My lord, please rest assured. Uzumaki Naruto. Looking at Spike Avalanche behind him, Naruto said indifferently, you shouldn't report this kind of thing to me. Langya Shibang is taken aback. But then, he said firmly, my lord is joking. If I don't report to you, who else can I report to? At this point, Langya Shibang mustered up his courage. Please rest assured, my lord, my subordinates will follow you absolutely faithfully. Actually, when adults use secret techniques to extend my life, I know what I should do. As soon as this remark came out, Uzumaki Naruto raised his eyebrows lightly, and became interested. Then tell me, do you know what you are going to do? Yes. Forgive me, my lord. Langya Zubing respectfully said. When I followed Fenghua Nutao and met your lord, Duzhong heard what your lord said. You said that the ideals of wind and flowers and raging waves coincide with your ideals. Spike Shibang said this, a trace of panic flashed across his eyes. Inexplicably guessing the thoughts of the strong will lead to death. But remembering that he was rescued by Naruto, Langya Zubing thinks that the other party must keep him for something. Thinking of this, Langya Shibang plucked up his courage and said, our country of snow is a small country, but the strength of adults is astonishing. Ninjas from small countries like me are naturally willing to follow powerful people, after all, they have something to rely on. I also hope that the adults will not be disgusted and give the subordinates a chance to behave. Although my subordinates don't know the relationship between your lord and Princess Xiaoshui, as long as your lord speaks. Cow. Uzumaki Naruto was completely dumbfounded. Spike Avalanche opened his mouth and shut his mouth. The Snow Country is a small country, and the ninjas in the small country are willing to follow the strong. But when it came to the critical moment, he only mentioned that he wanted to have a good performance, and he didn't mention a word about other snow ninjas. And the last words of Langya Zubing are very meaningful. Obviously, as long as Uzumaki Naruto speaks now, maybe tonight, Fenghua Xiaoshui will have a serious problem. The ministers related to her may all return to the Pure Land world. Hitaki Kakashi, Spike Avalanche, a spineless thing, is directly trying to rebel. Tsunade. Hey. Are you scared out of your wits by Uzumaki's methods? Onoki. Hey Ming said that wind, flowers and raging waves are ideal. If it coincides with your own ideal, isn't that the same as conquering the ninja world? Langya Shibang has been with Nutao for more than 10 years, how can he not understand what Haiming means? Fourth Raikage. And he thinks that Haiming saved him because he wanted him to work for his life. This guy thinks too much. Terumi Mei. Let me just say, Fenghua Fu Dao is dead, and this is even more terrifying. Uzumaki Kushina. You're not right. Hei Ming is different from Fenghua Fu Dao. At least Fenghua Xiaoshui is in Hei Ming and doesn't have to worry about safety. Naruto. He's a man of wind and flowers, shall we use him? This kid, I'm afraid there will be rebellion. N1. Anti-bone? Nine-Tails' words made Uzumaki Naruto laugh for a while. Llama. In this world, who can guarantee that anyone can be absolutely loyal to a person? Look at the appearance of Spike Avalanche. At the beginning, I just wanted to try the mind-reading technique, so I rescued him with Yang Dun. I actually never thought he would be like this. Since it's all delivered to your door, it's useless if you don't use it. Moreover, this kind of person is very real. As long as we have the strength to shock him, he will definitely be very obedient and work hard. Uzumaki Naruto smiles. The current snow country is considered to be the place where Uzumaki Naruto lays the foundation for the future. Just relying on the verbal agreement between myself and Fenghua Xiaoshui is not 00% reliable. It is indeed necessary to place someone of my own in the snow country. What's more, Spike Avalanche is considered to be the most powerful existence in snow country. Princess Little Snow is the proper heir to the land of snow. Uzumaki Naruto patted Spike Avalanche on the shoulder. As soon as the words came out, the shoulder was patted. Almost let Spike Avalanche Dao heart collapse. For a moment, he seemed to have lost half of his life, and the fear in his heart suddenly made Langya Shebang suffocate. It's over. It seems that I said something wrong. Spike Avalanche speculates that Naruto also has the ambition to compete for the hegemony of the five powers. So I think that the other party's saving my life is to take away Fenghua Xiaoshui's position and let Uzumaki Naruto replace it. Who would have thought that the other party would actually clearly state that Fenghua Xiaoshui is the heir to Snow Country? Dead. Spike Avalanche was so nervous that he was sweating profusely. If he had known this, he should have kept his mouth shut. Don't use these clever tricks to win Naruto's favor. Looking at the appearance of Spike Avalanche, Uzumaki Naruto felt amused. Then pretending to say, a person who can't hold his breath will never achieve great things. Yes, my lord taught me. Spike Avalanche only feels that point 3 has been drenched in cold sweat all over his body. However, Naruto's words let him breathe a sigh of relief. Obviously, this is the other party teaching him to be calm in doing things. Why? However, at this time, Uzumaki Naruto looked at Fenghua Xiaoshui above the tall building. Sighs deeply. Princess Little Snow is a star and also shoulders the burden of being the ruler of the snow country. It was really hard work. As the strongest ninja in the snow country, you must always share the worries of Little Snow Princess and overcome obstacles on the road to the development of the snow country. Understand? Uzumaki Naruto's earnestness from side to the end. After these words, Langya Shebang's terrified eyes suddenly changed, and a flash of excitement flashed across. Ninjas are only armed forces in any country. It has not been said which ninja can participate in the development of the country. Uzumaki Naruto's words are obviously trying to persuade himself. Yes, Your Excellency. The subordinates will keep it in mind. Is this the charm of the other party's words? He told Langya Shebang very clearly that his purpose in coming to the land of snow was to control the land of thunder. But on the surface, it is a dignified appearance. Fenghua Xiaoshui is too busy and too young to be bullied by others. Don't tire our Princess Highness either. In fact, it is to let Langya Avalanche eliminate dissidents during the development of Snow Country, and grasp all the actual rights in its hands. In the end, all important decisions in the Snow Country depend on Uzumaki Kuromaki's thoughts. Moreover, in the process of implying the avalanche of fangs, he did not forget to intimidate and pressure the other party. Let the other person's mood be as exciting as a roller coaster. Even if Uzumaki Himing didn't use mind-reading skills, he wouldn't dare to hide from him even if it was Wolf Fang Avalanche. From this point of view, the comparison between Bai Ming and Hei Ming looks like the little sister next door. The handling of the snow country is beyond Naruto's imagination. The plan belongs to the plan, but in reality, some variables will definitely occur. Orochimaru in Chunin exam, Spike Avalanche in Snow Country and his party. Naruto secretly sighed that he was lucky. Of course, the basis of all this is also due to his next day. Fenghua Xiaoshui succeeds to the throne. Just as expected, she did not give up her job as an actress. Originally, she wanted to take the opportunity to propose to Konoha the long-term employment of Uzumaki Naruto, but Konoha would definitely not agree. In the end, under Naruto's enlightenment, San Taifu is still Fenghua Xiaoshui's manager, and Lang Yuzubing is the bodyguard. However, Naruto is very clear that San Taifu and Langya Shebang cannot be said to be incompatible, but San Taifu will definitely be wary of Fenghua Futao's former subordinates. So, more than a year after Uzumaki Naruto returned to Konoha, Fenghua Xiaoshui often visits Konoha village. Just as Konoha was recovering, with Naruto in charge of Konoha village, Tsunade felt relieved to send other ninjas out. And every time Fenghua Xiaoshui came, she was accompanied by Uzumaki Naruto by name, Anyway, she didn't leave Konoha, and Tsunade didn't stop her. Certainly. In order for Konoha village to recover as soon as possible, it's a matter of money. Fenghua Xiaoshui is not short of money, it can be said that she is very rich. Snow Country can develop such a large-scale floor heating equipment, can develop chakra armor, and can raise Zuoren village, so it can be said that there is no shortage of money. Plus the status of a big star in the country of Fenghua Xiaoshuehuo is even more money. Haruno Sakura. This. Yamanaka Ino. I just said that Fenghua Xiaoshui fell in love with Hyeming, and started sending money directly to Konoha village. Terumi Mei. Tisk tisk tisk. I really didn't expect Uzumaki Hyeming to have such an ability to absorb money. Kakuzu. Boss, look at Uzumaki, and then look at us, working so hard is not as good as making more money from dating. Conan. No, why do I feel that things are not as simple as we imagined? Fourth Raikage. Isn't that hard to say? Don't think that Lang Yu Shebang is Fenghua Xiaoshui's bodyguard, but her ministers naturally know that all this is due to Uzumaki Hyeming. As long as the relationship between Fenghua Xiaoshui and Haiwu 06 remains stable, Zuoren led by Lang Yu Zubing will obediently obey Fenghua Xiaoshui. Onoki. Don't underestimate the elderly, they are all fine. Nani. Could it be that San Taifu and the others are behind the scenes advising Fenghua Xiaoshui to take the initiative to attack Hyeming? But if you want to change your mind, this kind of thing is easy to understand. As Fourth Raikage said, Uzumaki was too strong because of his presence, which caused Spike Avalanche to go to Fenghua Koyuki. Santa Fu and the old ministers of the Snow Country are not fools either. If her own princess can maintain a good development with Hyeming, the stability of Snow Country will be guaranteed. Tsunade. The idea of the old guys is correct, but doing so will only accelerate the speed at which the Snow Country falls into the hands of Kuro Naruto. Jiraiya. Hey. I don't think Snow Princess has thought about this kind of problem. She seems to be very happy with Black Ming. Hitaki Kakashi. In this way, San Taifu and the others have finally done something that satisfies Snow Princess. Seemingly listening to your old guy's ideas to get close to Uzumaki Naruto, in fact, the princess herself is already happy. Late at night, Uzumaki Naruto looked up at the stars in the sky. Back to Konoha village for over a year. Others are busy taking quests to make money, while he is arranged to stay in the village and not go out for half a step. Because of his presence, the safety factor of the village has been greatly improved. However, for more than a year, Uzumaki Naruto has not been idle. He relies on Rinnegan's gravitational and repulsive effects. Researched out a trick that can bounce everything away with the repulsive force of the whole body. Shenluo Tianjung. And, in a certain day, he used the universal pull to catch a meteor across the sky. Forcibly pulled it down. As for where it fell, I don't know. Audience Senju Hashirama. Madara. Uchiha Madara. Shut up. Hashi is spicy. Kurama. That ninjutsu, I have successfully studied it. In the spiritual world, Uzumaki Naruto looks extremely happy. Nine Tails looked at the young man who had matured a lot, and smiled gratifiedly. Successful. Yeah. It worked. Using your nine tails, coupled with the power of yin and yang escape to create all things, I finally developed my own ninjutsu. It's not a pity, it's a ninjutsu similar to summoning. What? Uzumaki Black Ming has developed a new ninjutsu by himself in more than a year. People in Beiming world only feel that the sky is dim and the earth is dark. Is it possible that Uzumaki Hyeming's talent is at the evildoer level? The stars in the sky have been dragged down by you, and you still want to develop new ninjutsu? Rinnegan, wood style, Senjutsu, chakra of nine tails. Each one is an existence that other people dare not imagine in a few lifetimes. Not to mention that Rinnegan not only has the ability to read people's minds, but also has the ability to travel back in time enough to make Uzumaki Black Ming stand immortal. What else does he want? Is Uzumaki Black Ming afraid that he wants to become a god? Uchiha Fugaku. Ancestor, what do you think? Black Ming seems to be able to activate Susanoo. Uchiha Madara. Silent Senju Tobirama. Indeed, Black Naruto's Rinnegan evolved from his own Sharingan, and he can indeed activate Susanoo. Senju Hashirama. Wow. I remember that Madara put Susanoo on nine tails back then. Bai Ming and Sasuke also used this trick together. Couldn't Hei Ming himself do the same? Uchiha Madara. HMPH. I think that with Koronaru's character, I'm afraid Susanoo should be put on your true several thousand hands. Beiming world. Beiming and Sasuke wanted to kneel down to Hyeming on the screen. Stop it. You are very pervert already. With the time to study ninjutsu, I really can't just listen to the end and talk about more love affairs. Uchiha Sasuke collapsed even more, especially when he thought of 3 Tomo Sharingan going directly to Rinnegan. He wanted to die. After all, the face of the other party is exactly the same as that of the silly guy next to him. Show me quickly, what kind of ninjutsu is it? 9 Tails jumped up in excitement. This is a ninjutsu developed by Naruto using his own 9 tails. 9 Tails recalled that at the beginning, it reluctantly docked its tail for Naruto's whim. But fortunately, with the help of Uzumaki Naruto's pupil technique, it will recover like this in the next second. I named it. After speaking, Uzumaki Naruto double-fingered. Suddenly, a few large characters with shining light appeared behind him. Blue, White, Zu, Zon, Kong, South, North, 3, Jade. Then, in the magic circle of each character, a strange masked creature corresponding to it emerged. Blue Dragon, White Tiger, Suzaku, Xuanwu, Golden Snake, Nando Shanren, Beidou Shanren, Shinigami, Tian. 9-faced Supohe. 9-faced Supoha. For a moment, the audience was all dumbfounded. Green, White, Zu, Zon, Kong, South, North, 3, Jade. Isn't this the ring in the hands of the Akatsuki organization? Black call him. He actually created a new Akatsuki organization in his world? This kind of thing is simply unbelievable. Conan, how come? Kakuzu. Impossible. This kid. Deidara. Hey guy actually turned me into a masked beast. Hidan. Ha ha ha, I'm not a beast, I'm a Shinigami holding a Shinigami sickle, this image fits me very well. Orochimaru. Empty. I really miss it. It's a golden snake. It's so wonderful. It's worthy of being Naruto-kun. I really envy myself in that world and can work with Naruto-kun. Tsunade. It's okay for Orochimaru to be more excited. I don't know what the people in the Akatsuki organization are excited about. That kid Kuromari developed this kind of ninjutsu. Will you be the ones who will suffer then? Hoshigaki Kisame. We must be very excited. After all, even if Koronaru hadn't developed this ninjutsu, he would still hit us at that time. Daisy Nai. Nagato. Hey. I'm really worried about the Akatsuki organization of Hyeming World. I don't know what will happen to them. Even if we go together, I'm afraid they won't be his opponent. Red Sand Scorpion. Boss, be more confident. Please remove the words, I'm afraid. Naruto. 9 Tails looked at the 9 strange creatures with masks behind Naruto, and excitedly circled around Uzumaki Naruto. Suddenly, it puts its big head in front of Naruto. Are we going to act? 9 Tails remembers that Naruto said that Tsunade should be given time and opportunity to develop Konoha village. Because Uzumaki Naruto himself does not want to take over a dilapidated Konoha village. Now, thanks to the efforts of everyone, Konoha village has been rebuilt, and the street houses are more prosperous than before. And for more than a year, Uzumaki Naruto seems to have managed to fully digest the power given by Sage of 6 Paths. Even created a new ninjutsu by analogy. It's time to show your fists. Naruto. Seeing that Uzumaki Naruto was silent, Wei felt anxious. However, in the next second, Uzumaki Naruto gently touched its big nose. Laughing. Of course, as you said, it's time for us to start acting. Here we go. At the same time that Uzumaki's black voice fell to the ground, the audience in Hyeming World suddenly felt their hearts beating significantly faster. What should come, will come. Tsunade jumped up when he heard the sound. It's over. Shizune, that guy is about to move. Damn Uzumaki Black Naruto, let's have a good life, but you need to have some love, right? Everyone in Tsunade is numb. Fenghua Xiaoshui obviously likes him, and even in Konoha village, there are countless girls who like him. Tsunade. Hey Ming is a bastard. Why doesn't he say what Kushina said? Just go be a good baby and marry a few more wives, and he will be happy if he messes up the ninja world. Jiraiya. Orochimaru. HMPH. The reason why you are bothered is because Naruto-kun has different ideas from yours. If you think about it differently, what he does is not for peace. Fourth Raikage. Peace? His actions probably killed a lot of people. Orochimaru. He, what a joke, it's as if the ninja world is in your hands, and fewer people die. Onoki. Orochimaru, you little black fan, don't talk, no matter how powerful he is, we will die, and there is nothing to be afraid of. Tsunade. Hey. What are you doing here? His goal now is to take charge of Konoha village, and now I have an accident. He wants to use me to step on Danzo. Hyuga Hiyashi. Master Tsunade, Konoha village is not so easy to control. Don't forget that Hemming's main idea is to want people. Our big families in Konoha village will definitely not be so easy to obey him. Yamanaka Hayi. Yes, if he simply threatens with force, we will not be convinced. Nara Luju. Don't talk about it, let's see how Hemming will do it. The kingdom of the wind in the middle of the night. The desert, which used to dislike the strong wind, looks extraordinarily calm in the middle of the night. On a remote high hill, Myanmar stands on the edge of the cliff with his hands behind his back. Accompanied by a light-piercing sound, two figures appeared behind him. You are here. Myanmar turned to look at the person who came. It was Tamari and Konkoro. Long time no see, you guys have matured a lot. Cut. With a mouthful, there is a tone like that of a senior. Konkoro felt upset for a while, but soon, he forced a smile and said, I don't know what is the matter that senior suddenly came to us. Since the Chunin exam, the three who returned to San Shinobi 737 village knew that Sanagakure was cheated by Orochimaru. Fortunately, Konoha village was too damaged and needed to form an alliance with Sanagakure. The two villages tacitly shifted all responsibility to the big snake. However, only Gaara, Tamari and Konkoro know. The masked man in front of him may be a terrifying existence. However, fortunately, the target of the other party seems to be Uzumaki Naruto. In order not to get angry, they did not speak out about the embarrassment. Mi and Ma didn't speak. Bounce your hands. The big spiral Lunyu appeared in front of the two of them emitting a lavender light. Then, at the next moment, he gently threw the big spiral wheel into the desert. Boom. Accompanied by a burst of dazzling light and a huge bang. Tamari and Konkoro were frightened and sat down on the ground. I heard that Gaara went to the border of the Land of Wind to join the army. Myanmar speaks leisurely. Yes, it is. Gaara he. Tamari panicked and didn't know what to say. Could it be that the target of the opponent is Gaara? The more Tamari thinks about it, the more frightened she becomes, and she doesn't understand what the other party means. Why did you perform such a terrible ninjutsu in front of yourself and Konkoro? Mi and Ma nodded slightly, then said, then let's talk about the business. Mi and Ma is not sloppy at all. He doesn't need to say too much to Tamari and Konkoro. In the relationship between them, only intimidation can make the other party obedient. Come over. Mi and Ma-ching shouted. Tamari and Konkoro had no choice but to go to his side obediently. You also saw the power of my Chunin technique just now. If you say that you don't want Sanagakure to be like the pit below, just do what I say. With the help of the moonlight, Tamari and Konkoro are stunned by the sight in front of them. Where there is a golden desert below, there are only bottomless black pits. What do you want us to do? Tamari asked with difficulty with a trembling voice. The face is numb, but there is a sneer. The task is not difficult. Nowadays, Sanagakure and Konoha village are still in an alliance, and after the death of your father and third generation, the relationship between the two villages is much more harmonious than before. You can ask Konoha village to send reinforcements to you on the grounds of investigating this deep pit. Remember, be sure to name Uzumaki Naruto front speed. I don't care what reason or action you take, you must ensure that Uzumaki Naruto stays in your Sanagakure for at least 3 days. Do you mean you want to attack Naruto? Temari's eyes were full of horror, and her beautiful eyes kept trembling. The other party belongs to Konoha. Before Jinchuriki could speak, Temari's words were interrupted by Mima. I'm not here to discuss with you. If you can't do it, Sanagakure will end up in that pit. Face numb. The appearance of the numb face really surprised all the audience. No one thought that Uzumaki Naruto had already set his hands on Sanagakure before his plan to control Konoha village started. Wait a moment. At this time, the audience suddenly realized the seriousness of the problem. Uzumaki gave Tamari and Konkoro the task of bringing Uzumaki Koronaru to Sanagakure, and that amounted to 3 days of detention. What the hell does this mean? Onoki. Could it be that guy Koronaru wants to take this opportunity to drag Sanagakure into the water? Luosha. I can't believe it, I thought Kuro Naruto had already forgotten about Tamari and Konkoro. Terumi Mei. What exactly does Hei Ming mean? Is he creating an alibi for himself? Alibi. Everyone began to ponder. According to the general steps that Hei-Ming told Nine Tails before, he will use wood clone to create a factory to let his dark side. One good and one evil, 2 kinds of characters. If this is the case, it means that Myanmar will start to act while Uzumaki is not in Konoha village. Right. Finally, everyone suddenly realized. Fourth Raikage. That's right, Kuro Naruto wants Sanagakure's ninja to call himself out of Konoha village in the name of a mission. When Mima will appear on the stage, he happens to be away, and uses Sanagakure's people to help him prove his alibi. Konkuro. Damn it, could it be said that this guy has already reached this point since the Konoha collapse plan? Tamari. That's impossible. Heimari might just be prepared. After all, he didn't want Gaara to die at that time, and even if he killed us, it wouldn't do him any good. Senju Tobarama. So I kept you guys, didn't expect to be able to use it at such a critical moment? Shimura Danzo. Damn Kuro Naruto, why is his method so superb? I have been playing the method all my life and never thought of using others like this. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Huh. Danzo, what are you talking about? You have been playing tricks all your life. Are your tricks really called tricks? Horrible. Beiming world. The same period of Bai Ming, including Bai Ming. Even Hitaki Kakashi, Yurihong and the others were speechless in astonishment. Uzumaki Hymen's IQ is not what they can grind at all. Namikaze Minato. Well, if that child really wants to control the ninja world after controlling Konoha village, have you ever thought that after this incident, Sanagakure was really dragged into the water? Hiss. Fourth Hokage's speech was even more shocking, and everyone gasped. From this point of view, it seems that this is the case. Terumi Mei. Fourth Hokage, you mean Kuro Naruto will use Sanagakure to deliberately transfer himself out of the village as an excuse, then? Onoki. When Shimura Danzo is done and Kuroni takes control of Konoha village, it's time to deal with Sanagakure. Tamari. It seems like this is the case, he will definitely attack us on the grounds that we deliberately brought him into Sanagakure. Konkuro. Damn it, we're being played around like fools by that Uzumaki. Konoha village late at night. The old address of the root organization. Shimura Danzo walks in a dark corridor with a cane. It's over. It's all over. It has been a full year and a half since the end of the last Shunin exam and the end of the Konoha Honkai plan. Who would have thought that Tsunade could lead the people to rebuild the village when Konoha village was so dilapidated at that time? And the construction is better than before. Damn woman, I didn't expect her to have means. Danzo grits his teeth and beeps softly. In this way, Tsunade's Hokage position will be more secure. Especially the age of the other party is much younger than myself. In a few years, Shimura Danzo will never have a chance to compete with Hokage again. Snort. And Nine Tails Jinchuriki, Uzumaki Naruto. Shimura Danzo is simply stupefied. What is Uzumaki Naruto's virtue and ability to make Fenghua Xiaoshui spend so much money for him? Just to go shopping on the streets of Konoha with Uzumaki Naruto? Fenghua Xiaoshui unexpectedly came to Konoha village to assign tasks? Danzo is so dumbfounded. I have lived for more than 60 years, and I have never seen such a wonderful thing. However, at the very moment when Danzo was indignant, Must broke into his ears. Isn't this Danzo-sama, are you worried about something? With such a distressed expression, those who don't know will think that you are terminally ill, and it won't be long. Who? The sudden voice instantly shocked Danzo into a cold sweat. Although the old part of the root organization was taken over by Sarutobi Hiruzen, there were not many people. However, there are really not many people who can come in and out here casually and be rude to themselves. Apart from that person, Shimura Danzo finally found the speaker. It is Uzumaki who is leaning on the windowsill, his face numb. Who are you? Shimura Danzo narrowed his eyes, staring at his face with a serious expression. Mask, black hair, black cloak. HMPH, it really is him. Is it true that if you change your mask and your voice changes slightly, I won't be able to recognize you? Shimura Danzo snorted in disdain. However, his words made his face numb. What is this guy talking about? It seems that we are meeting for the first time. Myanmar was shocked. Could it be possible that my identity was discovered by Danzo? But then this is simply impossible, because Naruto let Nine Tails try to perceive himself long before. The power of Uzumaki Naruto is beyond imagination. Even the perception ability of Nine Tails can't really understand the ever-changing chakra breath of the opponent. Not to mention this group of Konoha ninjas. Then there is only one truth. Shimura Danzo has identified the wrong person. Me and Ma didn't speak. It's the most sensible thing to keep silent and listen to the other party at this time. And I just feel like telling me and Ma that the things behind Danzo may be beyond his imagination. Meeting without speaking. Danzo snorted again. It's been a long time. I think we haven't seen each other since the night of Xiao's genocide. Uchiha. Madara. Once again, Shimura Danzo surprised the audience with what he said. He and Uchiha Madara Onoki. Isn't it Obito at the time of Uchiha genocide night? Fourth Raikage. Yeah. Danzo and Obito met during Uchiha genocide night? Orochimaru. I think you didn't pay attention. Danzo said this to Obito before telling the story of the battle between Sasuke and Danzo in the White World. Terumi Mei. Yes, I remember this scene. Danzo did say it when he unsealed the arm. Uchiha Madara. These grandsons, what the two of them did is all blamed on me. Fortunately, everyone who watched the movie knew that it was Obito. Didn't you know? I thought Uchiha Madara, killed my own group. Senju Hashirama. Ha ha ha, Uchiha Madara. Hashi is hot, you smile differently. Senju Tobirama. Don't make trouble, you two. Danzo regards Kuronaki as Uchiha Madara. Isn't that playing into Koronaru's arms? I remember that he seems to be trying to use his identity to attract Uchiha Obito. Jiraiya. Speaking of which, Hymen is quite lucky. Orochimaru. How can I say luck? People need to analyze when making plans, but what Danzo did secretly just happened to help Naruto-kun. Tsunade. Uncle Danzo, tell me how many outrageous things you have done. Shimura Danzo. What are you talking about? I'm for Konoha. Shimura Danzo's operation is really confusing. This old thing doesn't play cards according to the routine. As soon as he came up, he threw Wang Za. Uchiha Madara? Mionma's function is to let everyone treat him as Uchiha Madara, and then lead the other party to show up. It's good now, as soon as he appeared on the stage, he was already regarded as Uchiha Madara. Oh? Mionma casually responded. However, this contact made him obtain very important information. Who would have thought that the masked man who attacked Konoha would appear when Uchiha was exterminated? Really, as I thought, the Uchiha genocide was not as simple as imagined. Moreover, there are no detailed records in the secret files. There must be a ghost. HMPH. Why are you here looking for this old man again? Danzo narrowed his eyes, looking numb with vigilance. However, Mionma jumped off the windowsill. Since Danzo treats me as Uchiha Madara, things are far smoother than I thought. Mion secretly laughs inwardly. Before going out, Naruto asked Nine Tails about the holidays of Uchiha Madara and Konoha village. According to Nine Tails, Uchiha Madara seems to be very dissatisfied with Konoha village's first Hokage. In the Valley of the End, the two yelled at each other's names, but they wanted to kill each other with their hands. Unfortunately, Uchiha Madara lost, and did not know whether to live or die. Danzo, I came to you this time because I want to have a new cooperation with you. Mionma coughed lightly. I want to ask you, are you interested in becoming Hokage? Hokage. The word breaks into Danzo's mind. Interest? King old man dreams of becoming Hokage every day. However, on the surface, Danzo remained calm. This has nothing to do with you. However, Mionma shook his finger, indicating that his words were wrong. You were wrong to think so. If you want, I can help you. Huh. Danzo shouted coldly. Don't think I don't know your purpose. You want me to cooperate with you, it is definitely not good for you. Clever. Since you want to find someone to cooperate with, it must be to achieve a win-win goal. Uzumaki Naruto is not a fool, he doesn't think Shimura Danzo will rush to cooperate with him just by saying a word. Without win-win benefits, the other party will inevitably doubt their own intentions. You know, I have a festive relationship with that Senju Hashi Lama. That guy is dead now, but the anger in my heart has not disappeared. If it wasn't for his granddaughter to become Hokage, maybe I wouldn't even take the initiative to come to you. Mionma didn't understand what he said. He still understands the truth that too much talk is bound to fail. Enough points, a character like Danzo must know what he is talking about. Then, the two fell into a long silence. After a while, Danzo sneered and said, Hihi, you want to trouble Tsunade, what does this matter have to do with me? Hearing the words with a numb face, she chuckled lightly twice. Then, the words became more indifferent. My purpose is very clear. I will try my best to make Tsunade lose his prestige as Hokage. When the time comes, I will need you, Danzo, to take over. And all you have to help me is drive Tsunade out of Konoha village after you become Hokage. Killing her. I can't understand my anger towards Senju Hashi Lama, I want to ruin his descendants. I think this transaction is not a loss for you. Such an insidious method. Even Shimura Danzo of Beiming World was stunned. Even Uchiha Obito, even Uchiha Madara who planned infinite Tsukuyomi. The content of the transaction proposed by Himing is shocking enough. What he said was very much in line with Uchiha Madara's vengeance against Senju Hashirama. It's hard to suspect that he has other motives. And Danzo, who is an executive of Konoha village, is absolutely aware of the feud between Uchiha Madara and Senju Hashirama. In this way, Uchiha Madara's identity is not revealed, and the deal between the two can be easily concluded. Onoki. To ruin Tsunade as first Hokage's granddaughter, as Sanin, and even as fifth Hokage, is indeed more cruel than killing her. Jiraiya. Poison. It's really a poisonous plan, but I don't know if Himing is just saying this to Danzo, or if he really wants to do it. Tsunade. Damn brat. If I see him, I will. Orochimaru. Stop losing your temper, Tsunade, you can't beat Naruto-kun. Pamphlet Street. Boom. Tsunade took the case. If it wasn't for his own strength being limited by this viewing system. If you want to come, this house has long been photographed in ruins by Tsunade. Damn Hei Ming, that kid actually dares to treat me like this. Damn it, can't people in the world over there discover his wolfish ambition? Shizune and the dolphins in his arms were almost scared out of their wits by Tsunade's actions. It was the first time they saw Tsunade so angry. Master Tsunade, please don't get excited, the matter has not reached the point that Kuro Ming said. Good Zhao good, also, the person he was going to deal with was Shimura Danzo, so. At the same time, two hearty laughter from the screen once again attracted Tsunade's attention. In Uzumaki Naruto's room, Nine-Tails' body became the size of a ragdoll. At this time, Nine-Tails seemed to have encountered some kind of funny thing, and rolled over and over on the bed laughing. What are you laughing at, Llama? No, I just didn't expect the plan to be so difficult. In the middle of one person and one fox, there is a crystal ball. Uzumaki Naruto is holding the camera in his hand, taking pictures in the crystal ball. The content in the screen is exactly the screen of Myanmar and Shimura Danzo chatting face to face. Sarutobi Hiruzen. That's, old man's telescope technique? Orochimaru. Ah la la, Master Danzo was really calculated to death. Snort. If you can really make Tsunade lose her prestige as Hokage. When the old man becomes a Hokage, he will naturally drive her out of Konoha village. Then you can deal with her as you like. The corners of Shimura Danzo's mouth curled up, with a triumphant expression on his face. Shimura Danzo. Has this F*King evidence been caught? It's over. It's really all over now. Terumi Mei. Hey. Poor Danzo, he must think he can finally become Hokage this time, unexpectedly. Onoki. No, Himing is too scary. Shimura Danzo. Hurry up and think of a way, is it true that no one can inform people in other worlds? I remember that Rinnegan has the ability to open space. No, if the people in the world of Heimura don't know what he is anymore, when the time comes, everyone will be finished. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Danzo, are you out of your mind? Hiruzen. Shadow, you don't want to be miserable in another world, do you? In case someone follows suit. Sarutobi Hiruzen. Danzo, I'm already miserable in that world, and I'm dead.